And we're live. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. Gather, come join. You know the time. You know how we do it. Roll up, gather, gather, gather. One man went to know. It is that time again. It is not deja vu, it's encore. So gather, gather. Matters are rising. One man went to know. Am I too dark? I am trying to adjust the lighting just so you can at least make out my face. Tell me if that's better. Say hello as you are coming in. One man went to mow. You know how we do it by now. 10:30, one man went to mow time. So you've seen the headlines. We're going to hope Uzodinma again. He's still after the Biafran movement especially, but the Biafran movement, of course, are fighting back. Hello, Dipo, how are you? So the Biafran movement, of course, are fighting back. Hope Uzodinma. Tell me if I'm too dark on the screen. I'm trying to, I cannot quite see how to get the lighting up. Let me see if I use my phone for additional lighting, if that actually makes any difference. I'm not quite sure if it does. Just bear with me one moment. I'm just trying to adjust the lighting before we then go to give Hope Uzodinma the kicking that I'm sure you've all come here to hear us give him. So the hyperlink is there if you want to join the session. You know how it goes already. So just click on that hyperlink, say hello like Dipo as you come in. So let's just get straight into it because there's sufficient enough of us for us to start. But before we start, let me play you these two clips. So this first clip that you're about to see, there's no sound with the clips because, of course, for reasons of YouTube. But the first clip you will see is people trying to access Hope Uzodinma's house. And the second clip you will see, this is allegedly, by the way, this is just clips that are circulating on the internet. So the first clip you will see is people trying to access Hope Uzodinma's house. And the second clip you will see is that house that has been set, you know, well, you'll see it anyway. I don't want to use languages that will trigger anything, but so these two clips, you will not hear any sound, but the first clip, the background noise, which you will not hear, will be the rat-a-tat-tat of AK, as you know. So here it is, the first clip. So in this clip now, what you are seeing is people trying to access Hope Uzodinma's, what they allege to be Hope Uzodinma's building. And what you cannot hear is the rat-a-tat-tat of an AK going off. So exchanges taking place as people are trying to access that building. So that is what is going on in this particular sequence. So I'm showing you these clips now to set the background for what is to come. So I'll go on to the next clip. So in this next clip now, this is the consequence of the first clip. So I'll quickly take that off. So now that sets the tone. As guys, I bring you this. Imo, Governor Uzodinma reacts to burning of his house, killing of security men. So that's the headline that we're contending with, and that aligns, of course, with that clip that you've just seen. So the headline again, Governor Uzodinma reacts to burning of his house, killing of security men. So now let's now see how Fulani Maid is reacting to this. The Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, has reacted to the burning of his country home in Olu East local government area of the state. Uzodinma said preliminary investigation into the attack indicate that the incident may have been politically motivated. The governor said the attackers were hoodlums who invaded the property in a motorcade of 3 vehicles and accompanied with a lorry with tires used in setting the building ablaze. Correspondence reports that the unknown gunmen on Saturday attacked Uzodinma's residence and 2 people were reportedly ended. Reacting to the incident, the governor disclosed that vigilantes around repelled the arsonist. Uzodinma also urged security agencies to ensure that those behind the incidents are arrested. He stated this through the state's Commissioner of Information and Strategy, Declan Emma Lumba. A statement by Emma Lumba reads partly, gallant security operatives this morning repelled an attack on Umuma, country home of the governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma. However, vigilant security operatives attached to the governor's house successfully repelled the attack and consequently minimized the damage they had planned to unleash. In the crossfire that ensued, a few casualties were recorded. Preliminary investigations suggest that the failed attack may have been politically sponsored. The government has directed the relevant security agencies to expedite investigation on the incident and promptly apprehend the sponsors and their agents and bring them to justice. So this is fresh off the bat and fresh off the boat. Uzodinma, of course, attributing it to politically motivated, and of course, we all know what politically motivated means within the Nigerian space. So click on the hyperlink, come join me, let's discuss this fully. Make comments in the comment section, let me see how you are reading this. Hope Uzodinma, again, still in the throes of that back and forth with the Biafran secessionist group, especially. So to the comment section, just people still saying hello. So Deepo already said hello. Christopher, hi, good evening, sir. He's also, oh yes, it's our friend from France. Well, he came online some time ago and it was quite good in the discussions. It was to do with the pastors and their 419 ways. So Chris Agbons, he's also saying hello. So yes, hello everyone, and everybody please say hello and introduce yourself. There are close to 40 of us in the room, so there should really be more of a conversation going on in the room. So that is Hope Uzodinma reacting and responding now and pointing in the direction, of course, of people. I think effectively he's pointing in the direction of the Biafran secessionist group, isn't it? Because that is those rather are the people that is in contention with at the moment. So still on that front, because it looks as though the never-ending battle between Uzodinma and the Biafra secessionist group continues to recur as a decimal within the Nigerian political landscape. So just another headline that ties in with that. Ipob threatens Governor Uzodinma over Commander Ikonzo's killing. So it looks as though Uzodinma has taken down one of the lead members of Ipob. I'm assuming that this commander will be aligned to the Eastern Security Network. And it looks as though, for whatever reason, this guy has gone down. And the attribution is being pointed in the direction of Hope Uzodinma. As again, IPOB threatens Governor Uzodinma over Commander Ikonzo's, let's just say, demise. So let's now see what's happened here. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has vowed to deal with Governor Hope Uzodinma, Governor Hope Uzodinma a decisive blow for finishing one of its leader, Commander Ikonzo. And by the way, when I'm using words like finishing, etc., that is me changing the wordings for reasons of YouTube, but I'm sure you understand what is being said. So I'll take it from the top again. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, have vowed to deal Governor Hope Uzodinma a decisive blow for finishing one of its leaders, Commander Ikonzo. It said Hope Uzodinma has murdered sleep, so he should be ready to stay awake. Fulani terrorists pretending as cattle sellers in Enugu destroyed police van and attacked government officials on lawful duty with AK, but no army, no police or DSS attacked them till now. But ESN operatives defending their communities against the terrorists are being hunted like game every day. The world has kept quiet over this atrocity until we begin our own madness. On Saturday, the police announced they had finished the commander of the proscribed organization and 6 others accusing them of masterminding the attack on a prison and police headquarters in Owerri, the finishing of the heroic innocent Biafrans protecting their communities and towns from Fulani terrorist herdsmen marauding masquerading rather as cattle herders in cold blood is very painful, Ipob said in a statement by spokesperson Emma Powerful. Powerful further accused the governor of courting Mr. Okonzo to no avail. He claimed Uzodinma decided to finish Okonzo because he refused his offer to head a Biagu ghost security outfit formed by the Southeast governors. Uzodinma has tried, but without success, to lure ASN operatives into Ebu Biagu. He had made irresistible offers to them, which were turned down. Hence, he's resorting to elimination of these patriotic heroes who vowed never to betray Biafra. So it's just really to land on that never-ending saga between Hope Uzodinma and the Biafra secessionist movement. And it is quite a potent thing that is being said now by that Emma Powerful statement. Just setting aside whatever happened to that Okonzo fella, what he's saying in that piece is that we recently saw a court order, a court judgment being effected to move a marketplace further back from government house because it posed a security threat to the government house. Now, that part of the marketplace that was being ordered to be moved back is occupied by Hausa traders. So the judgment was gotten back from the High Court, and people were sent, operatives were sent to go and execute this order. This was in Artisan Market, I think in Enugu. Artisan Market, the place is called. And operatives were sent to go and execute this order. But of course, the Hausas had other thoughts, and they brought out AK-47 and chased the Nigerian police forces that were there to execute a court order completely out of that space. But where are we talking about? Is it in Gombe? No, sorry, I seem to have a... Is it in Gombe? No. Is it in Adamawa? No. It is in Enugu. So the Hausas are chasing security agents, police officers, etc., from executing a court order in Enugu. So this is now, and what did they use? AK-47. But what has happened since then? Absolutely nothing. But then, of course, an Igbo man only has to cough the wrong way to say he wants Biafra, and Hope Uzodinma is surrounding his house with AK-47 to the point that the Igbos, not the Igbos, but the Biafrans seem to have now clapped back, and this is the consequence. So watch this. No, not this one. I'll give you this one. So watch this. So this is Hope Uzodinma's house in effect. I don't want to play too much of it, but you can get the gist of it. So let's see what you guys are saying. This is the hyperlink if you want to come and join. You've seen people come and join live on stream before, and it's been enjoyable and entertaining. So you can be that person by clicking on that hyperlink. I don't bite, you know, so just it's usually a pleasant conversation. So click on that hyperlink and come and join me live on screen. So Puma Ranka is saying, Puma Ranka, hello, nice to meet you here. Hello, nice to meet you too, Puma. That sounds like a sports brand, Puma. So Puma carries on. He says, watching from Germany. So Puma is joining us from Germany. So that is the Uzodinma narrative, since nobody wants to chime in. Let me just see if there's I did line 2 up, so let's just see. Okay, I did actually land a second, I did line up rather a second narrative of this one, of the Uzodinma narrative, but pretty much all that this other second one says is already captured in the first piece. So if nobody wants to chime in, then I'll just go on straight to the next narrative. So it's going to be a fairly short session then. So that's because it does pan out like that sometimes when people are not too keen to chime in. So the second headline that we're contending with, Pantami's target are non-Muslims he can't change. So this is the Christian Association of Nigeria now warning Christians essentially about now the terrorist that is in charge of Nigeria's communications and digital economy, a notorious fundamentalist, a notorious jihadist by the name Pantami, who is now in charge of collating data of all Nigerians. So the warning, of course, you'd expect to hear, and you are hearing it from the Christian Association of Nigeria. Again, Pantami's target are non-Muslim. He has not changed. So now let's now see what the C.A.N. is saying to the Nigerian Christians. The Christian Association of Nigeria has lambasted the presidency for defending the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, and his past radical pro-Taliban comments. Correspondents report. General Secretary of the apex Christian body in the country, Joseph Daramola, also claimed that non-Muslims had been the minister's target right from his days as a chief imam of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Mosque in Bauchi State. Pantami has been under fire of late over his past pro-Taliban comments supporting the activities of terrorist groups, including Taliban and Al-Qaeda. In audio clips that resurfaced lately, the minister, an Islamic scholar for about 3 decades, once declared that he was always happy when infidels, that is non-Muslims, were massacred, though he has since renounced the comments, blaming it on immaturity. Many Nigerians continue to demand his sacking or resignation. But in a statement on Thursday, presidential spokesman Garba Shehu ruled out the possibility of sacking of the minister when he said the minister has rightly apologized for what he said in the early 2000s. The views were unacceptable then and would equally be unacceptable today were he to repeat them, but he will not repeat them, for he has publicly and permanently condemned his earlier utterances as wrong. So that suffices then to all sins forgiven then, in effect. In the 2000s, the minister was a man in his 20s. Next year, he will be 50. Time has passed and people and their opinion often rightly change. Speaking on Friday, the secretary of the Christian body said it was not surprising that the presidency swiftly came out to exonerate Pantami despite his past radical views and support for terrorists. Daramola said, "What do you expect? Do you think the presidency will sack him?" And by the way, let me just pause there for a moment. Let me actually see if anybody is chiming in now. The Christian Association of Nigeria is right. There was never any real expectation that Buhari would do anything other than what he did. If that was a Christian, of course, not only would that person be sacked, that person would be jailed. But then, of course, the sentiments being expressed by Pantami that the death of a non-Muslim is cause for cheer is probably the sentiment of Buhari too, because this is how we see him as well. And him not sacking Pantami is consistent with the widely held view of exactly who this person is. So no surprises there. And whoever this Daramola fella is perfectly right to say that no one can feign any surprise at Buhari not taking any action to the sudden public revelation that one of his key ministers is in fact an extremist fundamentalist terrorist. So we carry on. Speaking on Friday, the secretary of the Christian body said it was not surprising that the presidency swiftly came out to exonerate Pantami despite his past radical views and support for terrorists. Daramola said, "What do you expect? Do you think the presidency will sack him? There is what we call corporate interest. The presidency is protecting its interest. Didn't the presidency appoint Pantami in the first place?" Sorry, let me just scroll up so I can. Pantami must have been given specific instructions. The government studies the characters they put in particular positions. If you are eloquent in speaking and you can lie, you can be made Minister of Communication. If you know how to fight workers, you can be made Minister of Labor. If you are known for your academic prowess and can manipulate the and can manipulate the academic environment to suit government policies. They put you in education. So that is what the government does. Should we now expect the government to say, no, we jettison him? No, they won't deny him. They have their reasons for making him a minister in the first place. So they have their reasons for making him a minister in the first place. But of course, they would have done the security vetting because, of course, the security vettings are done. And if there's anything at all that is going on within the security services, then certainly I feel that I'm so dark in this thing, but I'm not quite sure how to improve the lighting anymore. You just have to make do. It's just one man and his camera, really. It's not even a camera. It's just my laptop that I'm speaking to. So no investment in anything. It's just really me presenting using the facilities that I have available. So this is it as it is. But so long as you can hear my voice clearly, then that is really pretty much as I can offer at the moment. But hopefully you can hear my voice clearly. And my voice is saying to you that a terrorist is in charge of collating the data on our Nigerian citizens and especially capturing the data of Christians. And of course, the Christian Association of Nigeria is using coded language to alert to that. So that is the second story. So we go on to the third story since nobody seems to be wanting to especially participate. So we go on to the third story and then we just finish it there. Okay. So we're going to the third story. The hyperlink is there if anybody wants to come on screen to come and participate. You know how we do it, but this is the final story, and this goes to Tinubu. So the headline, strong forces want to break Nigeria's destiny. Headline attributed to Tinubu. Tinubu, of course, lining himself up to take over from Malam Buhari come 2023, and is sounding notes of foreboding that this dream of his might not come true because there are people in strong moves looking to completely balkanize the country and carve it up. So again, the headline, strong forces want to break Nigeria's destiny, headline attributed to Tinubu. So now let's not see what the Jagaban of GBT has for us this time. National leader of All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, on Saturday stressed the need for Nigerians to put away their differences and unite. Let me actually start that all over again. Okay. Hello, Isaac. We see you. Let me just read this piece, and then I'll come to you. I was actually just going to shut it down because nobody seems to have the courage to come on screen. I don't know what scares people about coming on screen. It's only a conversation that is going to take place. You see me have conversations with endless people, and it's not as though I'm aggressive towards them. So just come on stream and share your thoughts. So let's just take that from very top again. National leader of All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, on Saturday stressed the need for Nigerians to put away their differences and unite as one because there are strong forces bent on breaking the country's destiny. Tinubu spoke at the 23rd and 25th combined convocation ceremony of Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, FUAM. And just look at that, for instance, just to pause there for a moment, look at where he's speaking and tell me what you think is wrong with this. He spoke at the 23rd and 25th combined convocation of the Federal University of Agriculture. So if he's speaking at the 23rd and the 25th, then that, of course, begs the obvious question, what happened to the gap in between? But then, of course, it is Nigeria. So we take it from the top of that, or we take it from the top of that. So we take it from the top of that paragraph again. Tinubu spoke at the 23rd and 25th combined convocation ceremony of the Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, FUAM, in Benue State. Correspondence report. The APC national leader, alongside the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Godwin Emefiele, Minister of State for Petroleum, Mr. Chief Temipre Silva, a former governor of Adamawa State, Vice Admiral Muritala Nyako, and Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), Malam Mele Kyari, bagged the university honorary doctorate degrees in various fields. Tinubu said, terrible people and strong forces want to break Nigeria's appointment with its greater destiny. These people have unleashed terror and violent crime against us by attacking agricultural players across the nation. They seek to ravage the farming community and visit misery on the rest of the country through food scarcity and food cost that poor people cannot afford. In effect, this means forces seek to impose a food production and distribution crisis on us by disrupting let me take that again. In effect, this means forces seek to impose a food production and distribution crisis on us by disrupting strategically critical agricultural areas and activities. All of these has underscored the importance of the farming sector to our collective condition. So I don't think the ravaging and savaging is what underscores the importance of the agricultural sector. I thought just the basic need to feed underscores that. Hello, Isaac. Good evening or good afternoon, wherever you are. What says you? Have you been following?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Good evening.
Oh, hello. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I can see the sun is still out where you are, so it must be what round about 6 o'clock or something, Abi?
This is 3 minutes to 7, and
there you go.
In New Brunswick, Canada, because we are
going into summer
now.
So what are you making of the narrative so far, or did you have anything especially that you'd like to say to us?
Well, based on the headline, I am going to start with Uzodinma. Yeah, Uzodinma that declare war on Ipob, because this morning I read about his house being burnt down. So now my question is that how did he know that it was Ipob burn his house? That is the question. How did he know that it was Ipob burn his house? Then go after Ipob, because based on information I gathered, they've already killed about 6. That was what I heard anyway. I never confirmed that they've already killed about 6 Ipob commanders.
The rate of killing that is going on in Igbo land, will there even be anybody left in that space at the end of the year is really my concern, because it's getting to the point of that we start using words like genocide now, really.
Exactly, because he is declaring war on. In fact, because I'm so concerned, how did he know that it was Ipob? Now the military just go on the street and just killing people and just pick up people. How do you know that those people that you are picking up, how do you know that they are Ipob member? Because that is another question. Those people that they shot and killed, how did you know that is Ipob member? So I think he and his boss, they are working tirelessly to make sure that they kill as many as they want in Igbo land. That is what I see what is going on. The other time, if we remember, when they burnt down the correctional facility and police station, the first thing he came out to say is that it was Ipob. Then later on, he retract his statement and say, "Oh no, it was not Ipob again. It was some political element outside the state." They came to his state, burned down the correctional facility, burned down the police station. Then they left back to where they
I suspect that if his wife serves him eba that is cold, this guy will find a reason to blame it on IPOB. I think
that
I think those people, they are terrorizing his mind now.
that is what I see, because every single thing I believe that is IPOB. Then I will now come to issue of Tinubu. Chief Nubu, that he want to be the president of Nigeria by fire by force. So, and he said that there was there's outside element. Is that what you said? That is, there's some element that want to disintegrate Nigeria, so that he won't become
yes,
he won't become president.
Yes, it's saying outside forces want to prevent Nigeria from its destiny. So what is saying in effect is that they want to destroy the country before he gets in to fix it. Is effectively what that reads out.
Okay, so is Mr. Fixer.
There you go.
These people are making jokes, right? They are all jokers. He should have just said that, okay, well, because what you want to gain from there, because all of them believe that, okay, when I get there, I can just do anything I want, so they can travel to anywhere and they just use lavish money anyhow they want. Even if he get there, his own is going to be worse than Buhari. I'm very sorry to say it. I don't trust him trust him for anything, because I don't see him do anything. So that is why I don't believe in them. And if he said Nigeria is
it possible to be worse than Buhari? Is that possible?
It is possible, because remember now, he went to North. He may be playing his game, but according to Yoruba proverb, they said Ile lati iku esho rode, right? So why did he go to North? Because right now it's distributing rice in North, in other part of Nigeria now. That was where he celebrated his birthday. Like all this killing that is going on now, he never say anything. He never say anything about it. And remember, in one of his statements the other day was that, how did we know that it was Fulani herdsmen killing people? That was, if we
remember, you know when they said that really pained me the most. It was during the death of Fashion Rossi's daughter. You remember, Olakunrin, Mrs. Olakunrin. So the brother was in that car. I think they were in a convoy. So he escaped, and he described the people that did the killing, that related them as Fulanis. So one driver also escaped. He described the people as Fulanis. Tinubu, who was in his own mansion in Ikoyi, is telling us that it is not Fulanis. And even why do we keep saying Fulanis are kidnappers? Is Evans, then he cited Evans, the kidnapper, to say that is Evans a Fulani man, that it is everybody that is kidnappers, and we should stop mentioning Fulani. So he's even willing to throw the daughter of Fashion Rotti under the bus just as a sacrifice to his paymasters. That really colored the man for me.
That is what he has been doing. You can imagine the killing that is going on all over the country right now, particularly the Southwest. He never said anything. There was no single time that he came out and denounced it because of his selfish ambition. So do you want to become president? Then you just fold your hands, and they are killing people. If you want to be a president and you want to be a good president, when you get here, you should be talking right now and condemn all the attacks on people. But he never did that. But he just want to become president by fire by force. That is his intention.
You see, actually, the thing is, we will look back. If Tinubu or any other Yoruba man comes in after Buhari, we will look back at the Buhari period as a glorious period for Nigeria, because even as bad as things are now, they are holding back because they don't want to completely ruin the country under his regime. But when a Yoruba man comes in, all bets are off, and then they will just unleash.
Either Yoruba or Igbo.
Anybody. So as soon as Buhari leaves, that country will be hell. You know, exactly. We are saying it's hell now. It will be.
the only thing that can make difference is that if Nigerian voted for Northern president, that is when.
But I can't see that happening. You know, I think, especially after this Buhari experience, I think it will be. Hold on, I think we might well have somebody else coming to join us. We've got African Wahala, a regular. So let me just remove something from the screen so that I can see people as they're coming in. Okay, so that's African Wahala. So you finish your point and then we go to African Wahala.
So as you said, I think you are right. Because nobody, with what is going on in the country right now, no northern individual want to put his head on this problem. So if Yoruba become president, it's going to be in fact, maybe that is when the country is going to go on flame. Or if Ipob become president, because I believe that based on what you said, they will try now to push it to either southeast or southwest, so that we can face the problem that they've already created. I think what is going to happen.
But after this Buhari regime, now, after what we are saying with this Buhari regime, any Igbo man or Yoruba man that comes in and does not favor his own people, that person is an anomaly. If you are still saying you want to do one, after what we have just seen with this guy, when he just gave everything to his own people and told everybody else to get lost, let's bring, answer that, and then we bring Africa Wahala in.
For me, I'm very sorry. I've been saying this for a very long time. I don't see how Nigeria can survive. Because remember, I think last 2 days, they kidnap maybe bandits or whatever, or terrorists or whatever group. Kidnapped about was it 300 or 30 students at this university along Abuja Road, and they killed 3 students because the ransom they didn't pay them the ransom. They killed 3. So now we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow morning.
Do you know they've picked up another bunch? Do you know they've picked up another bunch? I think so. Let's bring African Wala. Hello, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you? What are you making of this session? What are you making of this session so far?
Man, it's a lot. You know, I agree a lot with what the other brother from New Brunswick said. I'm living in Edmonton,
Isaac. Isaac, his name is.
Okay, yes. My name is Adewale. I live in Edmonton, Alberta.
Look at that. They are both in the same country. You know he's in Canada too?
Yes, I just heard him say New Brunswick. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, about the conversation, man, it's deep, man. It's a lot. A lot has been going on in Nigeria. You see, the solution that I can think of is that I'm beginning to truly support, and I don't have any reason to doubt, is the peaceful disintegration of Nigeria. Because as it stands right now, I mean, there is different factors that keep us divided, but the religious factor is the strongest.
But that will not happen though. African Wahala, peaceful disintegration of Nigeria will not happen. Because even the North have come out to say that you cannot have it without bloodshedding, you know, that there'll be letting of blood before they let go. I think that they said that actually maybe 2 weeks ago or something. It's almost wishful thinking to think Nigeria can disintegrate without bloodletting, because of course, look at what is at stake. You know, they're not going to let go without bloodletting. Cyril, we see you.
The bloodshed has already begun. It's begun a while ago. You know, we always turn into the news. You find 25 people killed in Benue today, 26 people killed in Southern Kaduna tomorrow, 30 people killed in Kogi, 38 people kidnapped in Zamfara. In one town beside Kano, you hear 28 people killed. Kaduna, Southern Kaduna. You know, it's nasty news. Then you start hearing it in the southern part of Nigeria.
That Southern Kaduna is effectively a war zone now.
Well,
that Southern Kaduna is, I don't know what's going on there, but it's effectively a war zone now. I cannot recall the last time that I picked up our news. and not heard that XYZ people have been killed in southern Kaduna. Finish what you're saying then so I can bring Cyril in, then we can have like a four-way conversation.
Yeah, ultimately, you see, it's a religious Islamization process, forceful Islamization process. Like the documents are leaking these days. We can find them on Twitter. It's all over the internet. So, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, if that is a good way to put it. It's not going to happen peacefully, and it's not even going to happen. So it's the bloodshed is what we are seeing right now, right? And this is just the beginning, unfortunately, because Nigeria is such a big, deep country that there is a lot going on. But anyways, yeah, what I would suggest is add your voice into the disintegration of Nigeria peacefully, the peaceful disintegration of Nigeria. That is the best solution. The Middle Belt region that are also major victims, they should add their voices.
Yes, let's bring Cyril in. Cyril, what says you? Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, thank you very much. I've so much benefited from all the contributions that have been made so far. Yeah, when you look at the state of the country,
where you based, Cyril?
Unless you're deceiving yourself, it's not. I'm in Ankara, in Turkey.
Okay,
Ankara,
yes.
in Turkey.
Oh, yeah, you said, yeah. Carry on.
Yeah. So when you look at the way things are going on, unveiling in Nigeria, unless you want to deceive yourself, there's no way that entity can remain in one piece. Because my fear most especially is that I see a grand design by the people holding on to power in Nigeria to bring about a complete state of anarchy, whereby their agenda will be actualized, like what the former, one time CBN was whoever, I can't remember anyone, Lafia or something, was saying that there's a grand design to bring about
Melafia, Obadiah
in Nigeria. Because if you look at the way the present administration is going about appointments,
the name you are looking for is Obadiah Melafia, and it was the name you are looking for is Obadiah Melafia. He was the deputy, it was the vice governor then of CBN.
Obadiah. Okay.
Carry on.
It was very specific, and it was very specific and detailed about the grand design, the grand plans. Sometimes when you look at Nigeria, even if you want to give the administration or the country benefit of a doubt, you ask yourself if actually the government wants something positive to come out of the entity called Nigeria. You would have been seeing a sign of amends. People a direction, even if they've not gotten there, even if they're just starting to go, it's okay. They are making a move. There is something being done. But in the case of Nigeria, nothing is being done. These cases are being reported. People are being killed. Nothing is just being done. The Nigerian population.
Do you not find it alarming? Do you not find it alarming?
Talk on social media.
Do you not find it alarming that in all of the years that we've been hearing these atrocities again and again, not one real case has been brought forward of somebody that has been arrested and charged to court? So they spend every year, they dedicate billions and billions, not naira, dollars we're talking about, to this insurgency, and we have not really seen one really high profile of an instance of somebody being caught. What are the security agencies doing? What investigation is taking place? The people they say they capture, what intelligence are they gathering, and how are they tracing that intelligence back through the chain line to identify the people behind these things? Because they spend a lot of money on these things, and we've not seen one person that is just a high enough of a profile that we have caught this one and is the one is one of the, they just give us this fabulous story that, they've destroyed some camp in Sambisa Forest. Who is going to go to Sambisa Forest? And they'll show some fake clips of blah, blah. What is going on? Cyril. And then you, Isaac, as well. And then we go to Africa Wala. So, Cyril, what's going on?
The painful part of it is that.
Oh. We lost Cyril. That wasn't me. But Isaac, you're up. Hello, Isaac.
Sorry.
No, that's why you were on mute, waiting for. Yes. So yes. What are you making of all of these things? It's getting. In Lagos they say joke na joke, but joke na girl. It's getting beyond the joke now. This is now. It's getting really serious now.
That you are very right, sir. Because I can tell you, Buhari government will go down in the history book. Yes, because I never expressed something like this since I was born. This is very serious and this is alarming. The way people being killed every single day, kidnapping. You can see even the whole world is seeing exactly what is going on right now. There was a news that came out the other day that one of the police officers want to declare asylum in Canada, and they deny him, saying that Nigerian police organization are terrorists. You can imagine that statement, and they denied him.
You know the thing, and then I'll come to African Wahala next. You know what really the thing that we really need to note? If any of these things that is happening in Nigeria, if it happened in Canada, it will be breaking news, and it will be news for maybe the whole of that year. Even one instance of everything that happens in Nigeria. If it happens in Turkey, it will be breaking news, and for the whole of the year, the whole world will be putting on their flag to say they are mourning for Canada. But in Nigeria, it happens so often. It's not even not breaking news. It's not the headline news. It's not even in the middle. It's just towards the end when they are doing the sports. They just say, and the 100 people were killed in southern Kaduna.
Because Nigeria is so corrupt, and the whole world can see that. I always say this: it's not the citizen may spoil Nigerians' name. It is our politician. They know them well. That is why whatever they say, they didn't even care about it. They don't take them serious because they know that they are so corrupt. So that is why they are not there. And these people want us to take action by ourselves, because it will be very difficult for them to come and take action for us. It is we that they expect to take action. So they believe that, okay, we are comfortable with what is going on in our country. That is why everything is going on, and we just lie low and nothing happens. So that is why they don't come to our aid. If we take action, if we take action, I strongly believe at least some people, some country that are not corrupt. I can say a little bit about Canada, because Canada is a very peaceful place. They don't want any. They don't even want to fight war. They always try to make peace. So I strongly believe they will of course support us.
You are exactly right. And whoever said that what we are seeing happening in slow stages is the effective Fulanization and Islamization of the space. African Wahala, what says you?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the Islamization process is ongoing, definitely. It's clear to see, and it's very unfortunate that people are dying every day and there is nobody to help them. But at least we, the people that are alive, we are doing good by talking about it. Let people know, because the more you talk about it, the more you are creating a chance for someone to act upon on it to stop it. Yeah, if that's the least you can do, yeah, go ahead and do that. So for the rest of it, if we are looking for a solution to Nigeria, I personally, I don't even feel attached. I spent 23 years of my life in the north, you know, but I'm a Yoruba guy. But at the end of the day, I'm the kind of guy that I would
Where in the north? Where in the north?
This will sound funny. Abuja.
Abuja. Well, Abuja is not really the north, is it? Really?
It's not really the north, exactly.
Okay, let's bring Nwa Afo Biafra in, a new voice, just to hear his sounding, and then we'll come next to you, Cyril. So Nwa Afo Biafra, should I just call you Nwa? Okay, off you go. Introduce yourself and tell us where you stand in the conversation. Hello? We can hear rumblings in the background, so just speak. Are you ready? Do you want me to go to someone else? Okay, whilst you are getting yourself ready,
I just want to listen to you guys a little bit.
Yeah, yes. Cyril, you're up. Hello, Cyril, can you hear me? Okay. All right. So just to recap the storylines that we have gone through, what is up for discussion? We're talking about Hope Uzodinma's house that was burned.
Okay.
Yeah. Just hold on. We're talking about Hope Uzodinma. Hold on, because
what I see in all of the reason why these people agree the agenda is because of the support that they are getting from the south.
Carry on, Cyril. What happens is there seems to be a delay in your system. So I speak and then you hear it moments later. But carry on. Cyril, carry on. Let me just show you what's been happening to Hope Uzodinma's house as we are carrying this conversation on. Okay, I'm not sure. There's a gremlin in the works. Let's go to Cyril. We can't hear you
because of the song. I believe you can.
No.
You can't hear me.
Well, we can hear you, but in stages, just continue to speak because there's a delay. No, Cyril, we can't hear you. So let's go to Isaac. Isaac, you know what the narratives are, so you pick it up from there.
Okay, like Africa Wala said, I think, and there are some comments here. I think truly it is a Fulanization agenda in Nigeria, because if we look back, let's just look at the last 4 years or 5 years of Buhari before he got the second term. We see that the issue of killing is not as rampant as this, because I sat down and I compared the two dispensations. So now look at what happened to Kemi Adeosun in Kemi Adeosun's case. You know, it was first time, right? They sacked her, right? So I think it was doing that in order to rule others, southeast, southwest. If you can look at it, and as at that time you will see that he distributed the position among all the regions, though northern part may have larger share of the position. But look at what is going on right now. You will see that all the key security position is filled by northern. You're talking of immigration, you're talking of police, you're talking of defense, civil defense, you're talking of custom. Any security force you can talk about in Nigeria is headed by North. So it is clearly shown that it is Islamization, because they want us to do something. So when we do something now, then we have power, because remember, they have all the armory. They are in the control of armory, control all the forces, so they can attack.
Right. Will the people trying to come in re-click on that link? That is Dorothy and Professor Data O, because your connection is not coming through. So if you re-click on the carry on.
And you also look at the case of Pantami. Look at his case, and and Buhari and his cohort, they can even say that okay, they are behind, they back the guy, that is not good. They are not going to fire him. You can see
the Christian Association of Nigeria is warning Christians, especially in is one of the stories that we read out, that they should be mindful of this Pantami situation. Let me actually give you that headline again. Just the headline. This is the Christian Association of Nigeria. Pantami targets are non-Muslim. It has not changed. So this is the headline that the Christian Association of Nigeria put out, and we read that narrative. So, so of course, this is an existential threat, as I said. So we've got Dorothy and Barry joining us. So let's take their soundings. First, we go to you, Dorothy, because I know you've been trying to come into the conversation, and then to you, Barry. So Dorothy, introduce yourself and tell us where you stand.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
Oh, right. Oh, right. It's a Canadian day today.
So I was just browsing, trying to know what is going on in Nigeria, and luckily I met your forum.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you guys are talking about what is happening in Nigeria.
Yes.
Anyway, personally, I'm a Biafran.
All right.
Yeah. And it's disheartening what is really happening in that country. How people are being maimed, how people are being killed, so many things are going wrong, and nobody is talking about it. The world is hearing and seeing what is going on, and they are keeping mute and keeping quiet. I think it's high time.
Why do you think? Sorry, hold on, Dorothy. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they're keeping mute and keeping silent? Why do you think that is?
Personally, in the first instance, the resources they are getting from Nigeria will not allow, they wouldn't want to, they wouldn't want the situation whereby they wouldn't get the resources any longer.
But hold on, Dorothy, do you not think they need a stable Nigeria for that resources to continue to come? Do you not think what they would need is stability? So why is it in their interest that this chaos is taking place? In your opinion?
They love it because it's still, with what is going on, they are still doing what they are still gaining from us. As soon as, this issue stops, or as soon as Biafra gets their own nation, or gets their own nation, or stay on their own, you find out that they won't be able to get the resources any longer. So the early we stand for ourselves, the better for us.
Okay, I'll ask you this question, Dorothy, because we've got Barry waiting to come in as well. So I'll ask you this question, answer it briefly, and then I'll bring Barry in, and then I might still come, and then we just have a five-way conversation. My question is, how realistic do you think that idea? I'm not saying do you want it, but in terms of realism, how realistic is the idea of Biafra? What do you think the chances are of it happening, let's say, in the next 20 years?
Oh my God. Anyway, you can see what is happening on ground. I'm optimistic that it will come.
Okay.
No two ways about it.
Oh, okay. Put yourself on mute and let's just take Barry's sound in. Barry, unmute yourself and tell us where you stand. Introduce yourself and tell us how you stand in this conversation.
Hi, yeah, my name is Barry and I'm joining from the UK. I think you're actually based in the UK yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, my location is under security bounds.
Okay, no worries. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
hold on. I'm in Oyalafe. I'm in the heartland of Yoruba. I'm coming from Oyalafe.
Okay.
If you like, I'll open the window now. You hear the goats.
You can't have this kind of internet here, though.
Anyway,
all right. Yeah, carry on.
Look, I just You know, personally, I'm exasperated. I'm exasperated because I'm fed up of just listening to all the stories of what's going on back home. I mean, every day. I mean, every
Sorry. Oh, sorry, Barry. Let me just acknowledge Meg. Meg, we see you. We'll come to you in a moment. So carry on, Barry.
No, I was just making the point that to say that I'm exasperated with everything that's going on back home in Nigeria. I mean, every day you watch the news, it's just one bad story, after the other. And for me personally, you know, in a sense, it's kind of like no surprise because around about the time that the elections were happening in 2019, I personally campaigned for Atiku. I guess it's not because I thought that Atiku would be some sort of a savior, but I could see that things were going to get progressively worse if Buhari continued. But what I didn't
Yes.
realize personally was that it was going to get, this bad. I was on several platforms on Facebook campaigning for Atiku, several
Hmm.
um, chat rooms, making the case why, Buhari needed to be
Hmm.
shown the way out. But,
I
you
was
know,
sorry, Barry. I was for Article 2, by the way, for the exact same reasons that you've just elucidated. Not because I especially see him as a hero, but really, out of is the worst of the lesser of two evils, effectively.
exactly, yes.
Carry on. Then I'll bring Meg in.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know whether we're going to have a country if things continue like this. I mean, this is people talk about elections in 2023. There might not be any nation in 2023 if things continue like this. I mean, things are really, really bad. I just wonder whether people don't have any human feeling or human emotions. I mean, whether people have just become numb to the deaths and the suffering that's happening
Hmm.
back in that country. Because for me, it's almost driving me up the wall. I'm almost like
Hmm.
just trying to maintain my sanity,
Oh,
having
okay.
to deal with this on a daily
Maintain
basis.
your sanity, Barry, and reflect on the way out of this, and reflect and put yourself on mute as we quickly
Okay.
take Meg's sounding, and then we'll do like a four-way conversation. So, Meg, you're up next. Introduce yourself and tell us where you stand in the conversation. Meg,
Hello.
hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Off
My
you go.
name is Margaret.
The floor is yours. Carry on.
Okay. Thank you. So I was just going and I discovered that there is a conversation concerning our beloved country online. So and I decided to join.
Okay. Have you been
So
following the conversation, or do you want me to give you a recap?
okay.
Well, the topic really that we were going through, but we're not limiting it to these topics. We were talking about our Hope Uzodinma. His country home has recently been burnt down, and of course, he's threatening fire and brimstone regarding that. And then, of course, we're talking about the Christian Association of Nigeria, who are sounding alarm that Christians especially should be mindful of Issa Pantami, the terrorist that is in charge of Nigeria's communication and digital economy. I'm sure you're aware of that narrative. And Tinubu also sounding the alarm that Nigeria might balkanize before he becomes president. So those are the topics, but we're not limited to that. So if you have something that you especially want to share, then just do. So the floor is yours. Carry on.
Thank you. My contribution here is this. I just want to draw our attention to the fact that there was an amalgamation that brought about the existence of Nigeria. If we can remember that people that have been following the history of Nigeria, they have been sounding it recently that Nigeria has expired in the year 2014. 100 years is the lifespan of that amalgamation, and it has expired. So, on what platform? What is the legality of any election in Nigeria? In fact, the present governance in Nigeria is illegal. Since 2014, what has been done to that constitution?
I am aware of that,
Moral
Meg. I am aware of that narrative too. In fact, I was watching a clip of it again because I mentioned it in a session, and then I went to recheck of some real experts that was explaining how the country has actually lapsed in terms of its amalgamation, which was, as you said, a lot of people are saying was for 100 years. So really what we have, as you said, is an illegality now that is not based on any legal footing. This is really what some people are saying. So make me land your point so I can bring Johnny in because he's just joined us now. So yeah, you finish what you're saying, but you don't have to leave. We bring Johnny in to take his sounding as well, and then we have the conversation between all of us. So Meg. Meg?
Okay, I'm here. So essentially what I'm saying is that the current government in Nigeria is not supposed to like become how will I put it, insensitive to the fact that humans are living in that territory. What they want is what it should look into. We have different cultures, we have different people from different race living in that territory. They are the ones that have formed the composition called Nigeria. Biafra is clamoring to go.
Are you Biafran? Are you
Biafran?
Are you Biafran? You said you're Biafran, right?
I am an Odua woman.
Okay.
I am a Yoruba woman. So,
okay. Okay, Meg, I think we get the drift. You are drifting in and out. Let's bring Johnny in. Johnny, say hello. Introduce where you are calling from. Tell us rather where you're calling from, and tell us how you stand in the conversation. And then I'll bring Mike in after you. So, Johnny.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I'm calling from River State, Port Harcourt.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, and sorry, I just came towards the tail end of the discussion, but I think I can understand that we are talking about the ills of the country right now, and it's something that everybody will want to add or lend his voice to, and I just hope that we all come to we all come to terms with the fact that everything is not all right, and we just I don't know how we can salvage this situation, but truth be told, nothing is working. Everything is, in fact, nothing is all right as it stands. But you see, the issue now is that it's not as if people cannot live together. But the only problem the citizens have right now is the tone at which the people at the helm of affairs actually handle the situations in the country. Everybody, if something is happening to a particular section of the country and you condemn it in its entirety, things will not have gone as bad as this. But right now, there's a kind of bias that is playing out. Something happens to Group A, and you say, oh no, we condemn it in its entirety. The same thing happens to Group B, and you say, no, let us forgive them. They have repented.
Yes, it's the Kemi Adeosun and Pantami narrative, isn't it? when Kemi Adeosun had some anomaly in her, not even her certificate, but her NYSC discharge, and they handed her out of office. And this guy, a non-terrorist who confesses terrorism with his own voice, captured on audio and video, and they are telling us that he doesn't mean it anymore. He's a good boy now, and we should forget it. Forget it. Somebody that is saying he wants all Christians dead and everything, and they are giving him all the data of Christians. So hold that thought, Johnny. Let's bring Mike in. Mike, unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and tell us where you stand.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. I'm Mike. Okay. Where I want to put is this: according to international law, if you carry out, if you go to war under an ideology, can you hear me?
Yes, but
okay. You said, can you hear me?
Carry on. But
okay.
Let's not be too heavy on international law. But carry on.
No, okay. I'm not going into a law. I'm just saying, if you go to war under an ideology, and you concede defeat, and you accept defeat, and you sign a surrender, you actually surrender, and you declare that you give up the ideology, you cannot go to any international court to bring back that same ideology to say you want it again. So my thing to my Igbo people is this: if you want secession, you can't use Biafra. All Nigerian government have to do is bring out a document that the Biafran leaders signed when they surrendered, that Biafra ceased to exist. So if you want to do a secession, come with a different term or different ideology, either Igbo Federation or something, because that Biafra is a waste of time. That's why the international world are just ignoring you guys.
No. I don't think that holds. Actually, I'll let Isaac tackle that. Isaac, did you hear what Mike just said? He's saying according to document that they signed, they can't agitate for Biafra anymore.
I don't really believe in that. Anybody can. Which document do they sign? That is the question.
Biafra surrender, and they signed to the Nigerian state that Biafra ceased to exist, and that document is recognized in the international, in the UN. So that's why the UN is just ignoring you guys, because they already know.
When was that?
You cannot. Didn't Biafra surrender in 1970?
That was then.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot. You already agree. You already signed legally. Agree with the Nigerian state that Biafra ceased to exist, and you accept defeat. So you can't use that. You cannot present that to the UN anymore, saying, "Oh, we want Biafra," because the UN will say, "Okay, you already signed and agree that you cease to exist, and you accept defeat."
What you're talking about is still just like a marriage.
Hold on, Isaac, my brother, you sound like a student of history. We had World War I now, and then we had World War II. Why did when World War II wanted to start, why did they not bring document out to say you signed documents? What are you talking about here?
Okay, now let me explain that to you. The only way Biafra can now come is if Biafra now has the ability to go to war on its own and defeat Nigeria, and then that's the only way it can come. But saying otherwise, peaceful means, or so you're trying to use legal way to attain it, you cannot. You understand? You cannot.
My brother, I'm not sure there's any substance behind whatever it is that you're saying. It sounds like fancy.
Okay, go and find an international lawyer and sit down and talk to them. Ask them, say, okay.
Are you an international lawyer yourself?
I'm not international, bro. I know the law very well. But listen to me. The only lawyer now.
Hold on. Because you are speaking of an expert opinion. You are speaking to about a specialist field. So, what is your specialism in that field?
I'm not a lawyer. But
you are not a lawyer,
yes.
But you are quoting law to us.
Well, you don't have to be a lawyer to quote law. But the thing is this. Well, anyway, you don't have to believe what I'm telling you. But what I'm saying is, if Igbo people to take the Nigerian state to
what you're saying is not based on substance. So why would anybody why people not dismiss it out of hand? People are agitated for an existential position, and you are saying that they cite documents. Does that document give permission for them to be killed in the way they are being killed?
That's not what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
That's not. I never. Now you're arguing against something position I'm not holding. I'm not justifying any
I'm
killing.
not sure. Maybe you need to go and read that document, whatever law it is. Maybe go and read a bit more law, because I'm not sure from left or right. There's no reasoning behind what you are saying.
Okay, let's use common sense there. If you and I, let's use common sense there. If you and I sit down and sign an agreement, a contract, a legal contract, right?
Right.
If we go to court, what's the court going to base their judgment on? Is it based on the contract or based on just mere sentiments?
So
okay. Hold your thought. Hold your thought, Mike, because I've got several people lined up. So I'm going to take final thoughts from Barry, and then we'll say our goodbyes, and then I'll come and take your final thoughts as well, and then we'll say our goodbyes, and then I'm able to let other people in. Actually, round off your point, and then promise us to come back again tomorrow, and then so that just to let other people in. So just land your point.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Me, Mike, or somebody else?
No, you. Because you already have the floor.
Okay. Let me run my points. Now, you guys are saying, another point I have is people. Okay, first of all, to on the legal, the only agitation is going on that's legal that can go to the UN is the Odudua, because one, Odudua is.
Are you a Yoruba man? Are you a Yoruba man?
Yes, I'm a Yoruba man.
Aha.
Now, listen to me. Listen.
There we are.
When they say
you have brought Ojoro into
now,
the.
You won't want me to talk at all. Come on.
No, you brought Ojoro now. Okay, carry on. Land your point.
You have to Ojoro. No, at least hear my view. Okay. Listen, when the UN international law says self-agitation, they are saying self-agitation means an recognized ethnic group self-agitating. Biafra is not an ethnic group. You understand? That's one thing. Now, another point.
Why?
Let me make my final point before I leave now.
No. Don't run away. But
you're telling me to
how? No. But I can't let you say that and just glibly. How is Biafra not an ethnic group? How?
The Biafra, the Ojukwu and Nnamdi agitating for include many other ethnic nationalities. It's not one ethnic nationality, so it's not an ethnic group. It's a multi-ethnic ideology. And again, are the
Yorubas an ethnic group?
The Yoruba is a recognized ethnic group. It's a single ethnic
group.
But
what about their flowers? No. What about their flowers? What about the tapas? What about the tapas and the gunos? What about their flowers?
Those they have agreed.
Are they Yorubas? My man. Come on now.
Let me. Come on now.
No, but I can't let you glibly say something that does not hold to substance just because you want to round off. But carry on.
Okay. Another argument people are making is, Nigeria has expired. Okay, Nigeria expired, and what? We all go back. Before Nigeria was created, we all single ethnic groups, right? Ethnic national kingdoms and ethnic national different ethnic national groups or ethnic nationalities. Sorry. Now, if people are saying because Nigeria has expired, if Nigeria has expired, that means we all go back to our individual tribes, individual villages. It's not going to be no break into three because it has expired. So people are not having the right conversation. That's what I'm saying. And the people that are really holding me too, I want succession. But I think the Biafrans are the one holding everybody back. They need to dump that Biafra and come up with something different. They have to
what if they
Igbo, don't speak for don't run the whole big ethnic group. They don't even agree.
Okay.
Most of them don't agree with them. Most of them they haven't even agree, and they are saying Biafra. They are wasting everybody's time with Biafra. They need to come up with something different.
I think I'm on board with you now. What you are saying in essence is that the Biafra term, it encompasses other nationalities that are not essentially Igbo. And that, of course, has already been defeated during Ojoko time. So if they want this nation, they then should rebrand it as an Igbo nation, and they might well have currency with that. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Thank you. And that would be more legal.
But their argument is that, and this is the yellow wrapper argument, their argument is that anywhere that a woman ties their wrappers 2 ways, that is Igbo land. That is Biafra. That comes under their banner.
Have you been to Cameroon? Have you been to Ghana? In northern Nigeria, Kaduna,
No, but that's the point. The fact that it is Cameroon does not make them any less Igbo than Nigeria. This is just artificial borders created by Europeans.
So that you go to UN and go and present that anywhere woman tied to rapper is Biafra and see if they win the case.
Okay, let me see. I can bring.
So that you go to UN and
okay, Mike. Mike, I want you to come back tomorrow because you look like you have a lot to say, and I have a lot to disagree with you with, but I need to bring other people in.
You know what?
All right, thank you. Well, people are just emotional, so I won't even waste my time on all these IPOB nonsense, guys, man. All they do is cross people, insult people. That's what they know how to do. They can't have logical conversation.
Who is insulting you?
The idiot that say, "Come on, that man," and whoever he is, man.
No, it's fine. So come back tomorrow because you seem to have a lot of fixed opinions, and a lot of them I disagree with, and there's nothing I love more than opinions that I disagree with. So please come back tomorrow. It's just really because people are lined up. And
okay, no problem. I'll come back.
Okay, no, thank you. So that's Mike. He's just completely defeated the Igbos according to him, but of course, I'm sure a few people will tell him otherwise. So I'll bring Ayo and Udo in. So Ayo, you've been waiting for a while. So introduce yourself and tell us where you stand in the conversation.
Good morning. My name is Ayo. I'm calling from the UK. I just want to make a quick comment about what the other guy said.
Yeah, but quickly though, because I still have C.A.N and I still have Udo to come. So just quickly, yeah.
I will be quick. During the World War II, the UK, America, Russia, they won the war, and they took over Germany. But at the end of the day, they left. So saying that Biafra signed one stupid document in 1970, that doesn't hold. You know, the sovereignty of Biafra belongs to the Igbo people. And secondly, about the Fulanis, if you check the history of Fulani has always engaged in what they call the war, which they use to take kingdoms. The way they took over Sokoto, you know. So what is going on right now in Nigeria is colonization, and you know, if you see the place where these X-Men are attacking, it's a very strategic places, you know, in the villages, a place that is very close to the border, you know.
Okay, hold that thought, Ayo, because we're struggling to hear you a little bit. But let's bring NK in. NK.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right, and you?
Yeah, and well, introduce yourself and tell us where you stand in the conversation.
Yeah, my name is NK. As you can see, I'm phoning from the UK. So I had to come in because of the guy who was talking before. He said that Mike. Right. I wish he was still here. Unfortunately, he's gone, but I'm sure he will still be listening. It would be nice for people like him to be able to provide the document that he's talking about, because this is the first time I've ever heard somebody say that Biafra got a document after the war ended. I'm sure he should have also heard about the no victor, no vanquished, which was made popular immediately after the war. And this is self-explanatory. That means that nobody won the war. But because of the food blockade,
God bless you.
Against, because of the food blockade that was done against Biafra, which was causing a lot of starvation and death, especially of women and young children, there was a lot of interventions for the war, you know, to be stopped. And the war was stopped, and it was declared no victor, no vanquished. That is one. And then secondly,
I think, just to interrupt you, NK, I think Mike was misguided in a lot of things that he was saying, and I regret a little bit actually letting him go now, because I normally I would press that point with him, but of course there were so many people lined up that I just had to let some people in. Completely misguided by my reckoning in virtually everything he said. No victor, no vanquished, as you said. That, of course, I didn't even remember to push him on that. And he's saying that who exactly is the Biafra? They don't have an ethnicity under that banner. So that is something that can be interrogated as well. But hopefully he comes back, and it sounds as though he has these views, which is quite fixed on. So I'm confident that he will come back at some point. And then, of course, I will sit him down, and then we'll go to it hammer and thong. But I'll carry on, NK.
Yeah, I think, Mike, I believe you're still listening. You should focus on Oduduwa. Allow Biafrans to sort themselves out. Take yourselves to United Nations, and if United Nations intervene and you get to Oduduwa, we will all clap and be happy for you. Biafra is not only the Igbo-speaking parts of Nigeria, but I do understand some people's sentiment when they say that
but who is Biafra? Then give us a flavor of exactly the composing parts of Biafra.
Of the composing parts of Biafra is the eastern parts of Nigeria.
No, in terms of list in terms of ethnicity. So, like for instance, amongst the Yorubas, you have the Egbas, you have the Tapas, you have the Igunos, you have the ones in Badagry. I can't even they are Flaos. All of them, they still come under the Yoruba banner. Even we're trying to reclaim Benin and Delta back into the fold. So, in terms of that, so what is the composition of Biafra? So we have the Igbos. Then who other falls under the? Or is it just the Igbos that fall under the Biafra?
The Igbo, Calabar, Cross River. I'm not conversant with the state names now. I used to know only the 19 states, so I don't know how many they are now, and not so conversant. But it's not just the Igbos. There are some, and remember that they have been having all this state creation and cutting out some parts of Igbo people and putting in other states, like Ohaji Eboma and all that, who have now gone to River State. So there are people from River State who are even Igbos, even if you want to base it on just Biafrans being Igbos, for example, there are Igbo people who are now in Benue State. And these are people from Abakaliki.
What about Edo and Delta? Does it fall under the banner?
Exactly.
No, I'm asking you, does it fall under the banner?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, hold that thought. We've not heard from Udo, so I just want to sound all the voices because people have been waiting as you were waiting. So let's hear Udo, and then we come to Professor Data O. But Professor Data O is a friend of the show anyway, so he doesn't mind. But Udo, yeah, you're up. What says you? Professor Data O.
Well,
Professor Data O is can you use a headphone because I'm hearing myself back? But Udo, yeah, you're up. What says you?
I am a Biafran.
Can you use a headphone because I'm hearing myself? Can you use your headphone?
Sorry. I am a Biafran. I must say that the man who spoke about Biafra to be named, to be ignored, is ignorance of what he said. He should be educated. He should be well informed. My grandpa told me so much about what had happened. In the war, when the war ended, there was no victor. There was no. In the war, when the war ended.
No, you need to use a headphone, Udo, because we are hearing it twice. Go get a headphone and then come back. Let me bring Professor Data O in quickly. Professor Data O, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Professor Data O.
I'm coming. Let me unmute myself. Are you hearing me there?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Carry on. Just give us a quick flavor so that we can go back to Udo. Maybe would have gotten himself a headphone by then.
Okay. I will first of all like to speak on what has been spoken of. I will say I haven't done great research on Biafra, but one thing I know is during the slave trade area, that is when I knew what Biafra was.
We're going that far back.
I know, no, but I'm just trying to tell you they had the Bright of Biafra that extended from most part of River Niger down to even almost Gabon. Just get that one. Now, let me talk about the Biafra that is being, agitated for. It consists of mainly the Igbos, the Efik, Ibibios. There are other ethnic groups, all within that enclave of the eastern Nigeria. It extends up to even Benin City. Because last time on your show, I told you what's the original meaning of Benin. The first name of Benin is Igyodomingodo. That's an Igbo name. That means the key that opens the key. What's the original name of Port Harcourt before it was named Port Harcourt? It was named Iguacha. Iguacha means, let me not give you what it means by literating it. I'll just translate it. It means like a precious item. A precious item.
Yes. I think Mike was completely misguided on what he was saying. It's shame really that we let him go because of course he's not now here to defend his position.
No, you learn every day. That's my belief. You learn every day.
No, perhaps he knows something that the rest of us don't know, and he could have just educated us with his presence, but hopefully he does come back. And Mike, if you're still listening, you can still come back because of course it looks as though a lot of people are challenging your opinion. And of course, you have the right to reply. So if you want to come back, just come back.
No,
Mike.
let me also say this concerning this aspect. Someone raised, I like what the person said after the war. Okay, now let me mention what Mike said about signing. What was he the one that said signing one document or whatever?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me simply say, see, when a document is signed, you have to keep by the terms. As far as I'm concerned, the Nigerian government has not kept to the terms. If there was no victor, no vanquish, why did they treat us like that? After the war, the money of us in the bank, our forefathers, they only gave them 20 pounds. That's wickedness. They were maltreated after the war.
That's not wickedness. That's economics. No, that's economics, not wickedness.
No, it's wickedness.
No, it's economics. It is economics. It's not wickedness. It's what was available.
No, it's not. I don't believe that.
Why not? After the fought war for 2 years, where would the money come from?
What is the job of a bank, my brother? No. What is the job of a bank?
To print money, to print fake money.
No. It is when your money is there, it accumulates interest, my brother. That is to accumulate interest. But after the war, people that had 100 or pounds or whatever, they only given 20 pounds. Now the worst of the worst was people that fought the war were in prison. So if they start any document which I'm not aware of, they did not meet to the terms. And since they didn't meet to the terms, you don't blame us agitating. Effiong said one thing.
Okay, we've got the man himself. Okay, finish your thoughts because we've got the man himself back.
One thing, I think when he was signing whatever, I don't know, peace document, whatever, when they stopped the war, he represented Ojukwu. He said something. If you don't treat these Biafrans well, their children will come up again.
Which is what is happening now.
Was a joke. So you can bring on the next person in the program.
Yes. No, stay there. So, Mike, they've been giving you a lot of koboko, so right to reply. You've been getting the flogging from several quarters, so right to reply.
Listen to me, man. The thing is this. These people, what they need to understand is this. Argument is not against emotion. You have to argue against facts. You understand? First of all,
sorry, Mike. Sorry, Mike. I'll just interrupt you once. I'll bring Meg on. So, Meg, unmute yourself so you can have this conversation with Mike because you seem to have some facts at your disposal. So, not Meg. Sorry, Meg. NK, I intended. So, Meg, you or both of you really, you can both unmute yourself, but just have like a civil discussion with Mike. So I'll come off the screen and then you can have a three-way conversation. So Meg, NK, and Mike. So Mike, land your point, and then of course the ladies will take you on. So off you go.
Okay, if anybody can argue that I'm lying here, like based on what I will present right now, that Ojukwu fled Biafra, and the second in command, Philip Effiong, and the other government official of Biafra were all captured and brought to Lagos. And the video is still on YouTube, you can watch it. And Gowon presented documents to them to sign their surrender, an agreement that they surrender, and not only they sign it, they also pronounced it in front of the whole world that the state of Biafra has ceased to exist. They surrendered. So now, I sat on international law about this thing, and the international lawyer about this thing. He broke it down to me. He's saying the UN, if you have lost the war and you sign an agreement that you are defeated, you cannot come back and present that case in court to say you want to win. You want that. You already agree. It's like a contract. Surrendering a signature is a contract that you agree that this ideology ceases to exist. You agree that you surrendered. So now the only way you can get Biafra back is if you go to another war and now beat Nigeria, defeat Nigeria. That's the only way. And that's what Germany did in World War II. Germany trying to do in World War II. World War I, they lost World War I. But they realized that everything is signed. The agreement is signed with the British and people that defeated in World War I. There's no way they can go in any court to go against that document. So the only way Germany can redeem themselves is to go and try to defeat those that defeated in World War I.
Thank you, Mr. Mike. Can
But
I
now,
quickly come in,
Biafra, you
please?
cannot say you won't use one legal means to attain Biafra by protesting or going to the UN or any. No, but even the UN, the AU, no one will accept it. Because all Nigerian government have to do is present a document and say, look.
Mike, hold that thought. Somebody wants to come in, so hold that thought. Whoever wanted to come in, come in.
Can I say something? Can I say something to your point? I want to reply to your point, Mr. Mike, please.
Carry on.
Thank you. Your point now is there was an agreement after the Biafra war between Biafra and Nigeria that they have lost the war. Fine, thank you. Okay, now Biafra is an entity, Nigeria is an entity. I'm sorry, Nigeria was an entity. Now Nigeria is no more. If you don't know, please know that Nigeria amalgamation expired in the year 2014. So now Nigeria has expired. The other party has expired. So now Biafra is free. For God's sake, Biafra is free. Even without going into another battle, because the other party is dead. Nigeria is dead, it expired. So now Biafra is free to go its own way.
Okay,
so what are we saying?
Okay, let me explain something. First of all, Biafra is not an entity. Biafra was never an entity.
It is an entity.
Biafra was an ideology.
Hold on, everyone.
And you're holding Biafra to the document she signed. And now you're telling me it's no longer an entity.
Sorry, hold on. Mike, you are playing a bit of a verbal gymnastics there. Biafra is not an entity. It's a what? It's an
ideology. It's an
ideology.
Whatever
so
it is.
What distinction are you making between the two?
I don't understand.
The distinction is this: an entity will be an ethnic nationality.
Right.
That will be an entity.
Right.
Biafra is not an ethnic nationality. Biafra is not an ideology created by Ojukwu.
Is an ideology not even a bigger driver than an entity? Is that not even more potency than an entity?
One man's ideology is another man's.
Yes.
It's not another man's ideology.
To me,
no, let's not get too bogged down.
It's an ideology of a particular race of people.
Okay,
guys,
exactly. Hold on, everyone. Okay, I don't want to have to be using the mute button because there's so many of you. I have to start running around. So I just let's not get too bogged down on minutiae and get it to a pedantic point. Mike, land 2-3 key points that you want to land, and then Meg and NK, they have the right to reply to that. And then if there's any currency in that conversation, we let it progress. So land the key points that you want to land, just succinctly and to the point.
Okay, let me line one key point. The process how Biafra came about. Ojukwu declared Biafra without consulting the other ethnic nationality, without doing referendum with them or consulting them. And don't forget, 6 months before Ojukwu declared Biafra, Ijo people declared Nigeria Republic. The same Ojukwu and Ironsi put Adaka Bro, the leader of the Ijo people, they were trying to declare their own states. They put him in prison, sentenced him to death. Now, 6 months later, Ojukwu decided to include the same people that he stopped from declaring their own republic and calling them Biafra without them signing any document to agree. You went now, and back then Ojukwu did not include Delta and Edo as part of Biafra. There is ideological Biafra back then, but today Nnamdi Kanu's Biafra include Delta and Edo. So what is Biafra? That's what I keep telling you. Biafra is just, and again, if you listen to your guys when they came here, The way that lady, the definition of Biafra of that lady was different from the definition of Biafra of the other guy. One person said Biafra include Benue. Another person said no, it's just Igbo and Calabar. They don't even know none of them know what Biafra is. Another person will tell you that Biafra is too rapper. They don't know. That's what I'm saying. And if you want to declare a nation, want to do self-agitation, it has to be an ethnic recognized nationality standing on its own. Now, the only way your Biafra can become an entity is if you sit down with all the groups, nationalities that you are regarding as Biafran, they all agree to be Biafran. That's when Biafra will become an entity and become a legit maybe movement. But I really don't think that it will be a legit movement
Okay, Mike.
The surrender.
Said enough.
Okay, Mike. Let somebody else come in.
Okay, Mike, I'm the one you were referring to when you were saying that lady, when she described Biafra. Biafra, if we go back to when Ojukwu declared Biafra, was made up of the former Eastern region, because I don't want you to get me wrong. And remember, I had said that Nigeria has been divided into pieces right after then. So, and this has made, when I was born in Imo State, but now I'm Abia State. And even some parts of that Abia State are now part of. The other day I heard that a place called Ohazara is now in Abakaliki or something like that, or is it in Benue? And I was wondering, this is people that used to sort of share the same state with me. But that being said, so Nigeria has been divided into pieces. So now we can no longer use the term Eastern region because that we are part of.
Let me quickly respond. First of all, the Eastern region.
Hold on, Mike.
Hold on. Time to talk.
Go on. Yeah.
So most of the people that made up that Eastern region are now in states that are being identified as northern state or south or delta or whatever. But what I want you to take away is that Biafra originally was the eastern region region of Nigeria. And I'm sure.
Okay. Whilst I still have you there, who is speaking, by the way?
Yeah, if I can just say a couple of words. So, I think we're just going around in circles and arguing about something that really
Who's speaking? Because
sorry, this is Ayo.
Hold on, Ayo. Let's round Mike off first. Okay, Mike. Like Ayo said, this conversation is really just going around in circles, and this is really a conversation that is a topic unto itself. So I'll let you go again, but I think you have made your point, and I'll invite you to come and make that point again. We might well devote the whole of tomorrow's session to this topic that you have brought up. If you come on time, then you can lead that conversation. But I do take your point, Mike. So I'll let you go again, but as I said, the topic is too big for just now this last session. So I'll let Mike go, and then bear with me. So I'll take the soundings from who was speaking earlier on. Was that Meg or NK?
NK was speaking.
Oh, okay, NK, go on and land your point, and then we'll hear from Meg, and then Ayo can come in, and then we'll seek to round off the session.
Okay, there's no point flogging a dead horse, to be honest.
And sorry, NK, so just make this your closing remark as well. So whatever it is you want us to take from the session, so just say it all, yeah. So off you go.
Okay, so what I want you to take away is that Biafra is the eastern region of Nigeria. So wherever you count as eastern region of Nigeria, there used to be eastern region of Nigeria, that is Biafra. And Nnamdi Kanu has always said it, that first of all, let us get Biafra. And there's going to be another referendum if people from Ijo or all these other places that Mike we are referring to decide to say, no, we don't want to be part of Biafra. They have
they said they want to be part of it in the first instance?
Sorry?
Have they said they want to be part of it in the first instance?
Well, that I don't have an answer to. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to say what I'm not sure of. So they have the right, if they do, even if they don't want to be part of Biafra, they have the right not to be. That is why we're asking for a referendum. if people understand what a referendum is, it's just a yes or no vote. Well, hopefully that's what it's gonna be. Do you want to remain part of Nigeria, or do you want to be in a new country? I voted during the Scottish referendum, so I know how it was. So you answer, no, I want to be Biafra or I want to be Nigeria, and then the vote will be counted, and whichever side that wins, and that is it. So, I mean, where things are done the way it should be done. So that's my final word. I think I'm just going to leave it there. So
yes, so thank you, NK, and please come back tomorrow, because of course we've not even scratched the surface of this topic. It's such a passionate one, and it's really, as ever, it's the pressure of time that is making me be a bit rigid with the timing and the allowance that I'm giving people. But certainly Mike has a lot more to say, and certainly you have a lot more to say. But thank you for coming. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel one, and make sure you come back tomorrow too, so that we can progress this conversation even further. So that's NK. She's eloquently fleshed out her position, and I think we're clear on where she stands. But if we're not clear, we're hopeful that she will come back sometime in the future to give us even more understanding of what she means. So Meg, you're up next. The same principles apply. Give us your closing remarks. You might well want to respond to Mike or just have something else to say, but just give us your final words as we are looking now to tail things off. So Meg.
Thank you. I just want to seize this opportunity to say something, not in reference to Mike or anybody, but this is a platform for we Nigerians. I want us to understand what is happening. That now 2014 was the 100th year of the Constitution, which binded the regions together and made Nigeria. And now the Constitution is expired. This present governance in Nigeria, to me, is a governance of illegality. That is why you see the so-called Buhari or whoever is in the Aso Rock not responding to voices from different angles.
No, hold on, Meg. I can't let you. When you say Buhari or whoever, who do you think is in Aso Rock?
Please, sir, I don't want to go into that.
No. You can't run away.
I don't know.
Are you Jubril Sudani? Are you with Jubril Sudani?
I am not involved.
Shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. Are you with that? Are you with that one? Okay, carry on. I will force you. But next time you come, I will force you. But carry on.
Maybe next time. But what I'm trying to say is that we should be truthful so that we can have a future. I'm over 40, and on this platform, we don't have anybody that is below 40, as I can see our faces. So what are we saying? Atira, Atita, that is a Yoruba language. Maybe I'll interpret it tomorrow. So what I'm saying is that I'm trying to look at the future of my children. As I'm speaking to you, I'm not in Nigeria, but what I'm enjoying here is what I wish I can enjoy back at home, and my children too. Look at what I'm using. I'm using Wi-Fi 247. Even when I'm sleeping, this internet is on, and I can drink good quality water from the tap, and the lights can never go. Electricity 247. So why can't we have that in our own region, for God's sake?
Well, you can have Gen now. You can have Gen now. You can have Gen. Generator.
Oh, Jesus. Do you know I ran out of Nigeria because of generator? One, then secondly, because of a manual grinding machine. That's one woman was using in my compound. I need to run out of that country because I can't run mad. What is all this? How long? The stress in that country is too much. So please, sir, if you know whoever is in Aso Rock, tell him to leave us and let us go. We want our Yoruba nation. Biafrans or whoever they are, they want to go. Let us go our way. We are not dumb.
But you sound Yoruba, though. You sound Yoruba.
I'm using my intellect to build another person's country. Why can't I go back home and build? Why can't I be a part of my own country? Why can't we go back home? Kilo de elewa kuronle. Now look at it, kidnapping everywhere.
Okay, Meg, I think we get the point.
Let's be truthful with ourselves. We should stop talking and talking. Let's just go and drag that man out from Aso Rock and tell him to let us go. But let me tell you something, sir. Please,
Chase the great crazy baldhead out of town.
Going our different way in Nigeria is not in the making of anybody. It is not in the hands of the Great Britain to say, okay, we let you people go. No. Because the coming together of Nigeria is just by one person called Mr. Lugard. So why is it so difficult now? Because of the mineral resources that Great Britain is siphoning from Nigeria, the gold, the bitumen, and all the mineral resources. That is why
Meg,
that they are refining in UK.
Hold on, Meg. Meg, we get the point. We're just really. That is why I'm inviting you to come back, because obviously we've not even scratched the surface of what you have to say. But as ever, the pressure of time is usually what kicks in around about this time. So we'll thank you for what you've said so far, and we invite you to come back and make sure you're subscribed to the channel and all that.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow. So that's Meg. I think I don't even need to expand on anything that she said. She's eloquent and intelligent, and she articulated herself very well. So we go to Shiflet. Shiflet, unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and tell us where you stand in the conversation.
One man, I hail you. Our ministry is gradually advancing to the promised land. See, your forehead is shining. Anyway, my point here is I wish I had met that guy by the name of Mike. You know,
right?
As much as this kind of conversation no good. My people see when you try to solve eye problem, you try to have that eye drop medication. Don't put chili pepper inside. Dealing with him require a little bit of chili pepper, you know, but no wahala. You know, all I'm trying to say.
No, hold on, Shiflet is entitled to his opinion, and you're entitled to disagree. So
that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'm not gonna put chili pepper inside. I already made that point, so no need for additional emphasis. All right.
Okay.
But the point I'm trying to make is now whether I think a lot of people, make I speak for pidgin English. You know, I know some of them go school, but make I just, it be like say a lot of people they uncomfortable when they hear that word Biafra, thing go spook them, their skin go just jump out of their body, And I think that conversation might be one of the best things that don't happen to we as a people. That a lot of people will come here, they run their mouth. Edo people don't want to be part of Biafra. Did they ask anybody? They want to. If only this country within they loyal to had helped them, give them small sense of history. They forget small sense. The country deny you even your own history self. So you can't even hate yourself. So
what history are you talking about? Are you saying the Edos belong to the Igbos? Is that what you're saying? Is that your point?
I'm making a general statement.
Okay.
The Biafra thing was associated with the state and the region that were in southeastern Nigeria, as at when Nigeria was 4 region, Midwestern region, from 1960 to about 1967.
You know what is curious, Shiflet? Of all of the backlash that he has gotten, nobody has still answered the question that Mike put, that who constitutes Biafra? Is it Igbo? Or are you subsuming other sub-nationalities within that space, and are they joining you willingly? So that is his question, and in spite of all of the beating that everybody is giving him, nobody has answered that question yet.
Okay, so this question you're asking is not a question that you can very easily get a yes or no answer to. However, there is a process. One man, if I walk up to you, say, come follow me, make we go peace for backyard. It's either you say, yes, I will come with you, or I'm not going to follow you, come. Right? So now that we have something that we all desire, and we feel like we belong together, we could share the same ideology. All right? Are you guys willing to come with us so that we can have something that works for us? If you don't want to come, you say you know go come. If you want to come, you come. So it's not, nobody's putting a slug in anybody's head to say, come, let's.
Okay, can you describe, are you Igbo?
Absolutely, you can hear from my accent now.
Okay, are you Biafran? I mean, I'm not going to make any assumptions. I have to ask. Are you Biafran?
I don't understand what you mean by Biafran. Am I Biafran in what sense?
in the popular parlance of the word, in the generally understood definition of who a Biafran is.
What is the general definition? If you explain that to me, I'll
well,
be able to
well, this is what I am trying to find out myself, because who constitutes a Biafran is the question. So, whatever your understanding of Biafran is, are you one?
You haven't even given me what the understanding is. So let's not.
No, hold on, no. I won't let you run. Are you aware of the word Biafra?
Absolutely, it's a very let me give you a proper response. Not just aware. Okay. That country was recognized by over 3 countries internationally. Gabon was one of them. So it was internationally recognized.
So are you a member of that country?
It never existed. I wasn't born when Biafra was declared.
Are you a member of that country then, under whatever incarnation?
I wasn't born when the country existed.
So Biafra does not exist then, is what you're saying?
As at now, a country Biafra does not exist. But it did exist from 1919 up to the end of the Civil War.
Up to 1970.
Exactly. So we would wish, wish that
so that's another spin.
That does exist. Again, if it does exist today, I would gladly be a Biafra citizen. If it does exist today.
Okay. So what's your takeaway point? I interrupted you. What point did you want to land on?
Takeaway point is, instead of sitting here speaking big grammar, drinking juice and using toothpick, we might as well just like take a break, like sit down for one single bit and take a look at what is happening in the country you're so loyally defending. I'm not sure if any one of you has been on Instagram today. Follow that guy, David, or any other person. Just go on Instagram. He's trending. Are you guys very comfortable with the rhetoric by Pantami or whatever his name is?
And nobody's comfortable with it.
Exactly. And yet,
no.
One man, calm down now. Let me finish now. You didn't interrupt me. You sound like China's TV now.
I have to interrupt you now because you are trying to dodge corners to arrive at a point that you've already predetermined, and you are making assumptions on other people's behalf.
Okay,
we have been critical of Pantami all the way through. Nobody's for it. So what point are you? So make your point, because you're confusing me.
My point is that this country that you're so loyally defending and castigating, either they do the war republic.
Who is?
Not you as a defender. Guy, calm down. You're not the only person in this audience. I'm saying you as a generality, not you. You are just the moderator.
No, nobody has on this platform though. Nobody has defended ever once.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, in that case, my bad. But bottom line is, right? If anybody, just in case anybody ever did, if you have someone that is making an argument for Biafra, if you feel like the name Biafra is too high sounding and you cannot say the word, or you don't like the people who are the greater audience, you might as well join Uzodinma Republic or join the Middle Belt or whatever you call them. All right, you should be able to put words out there and ensure that this Nigeria does not exist anymore, or exists in such a way that when you tell Buhari and his government to say, get rid of a terrorist sympathizer like Pantami, he will listen to you and do just that. That is how advanced democracy works. Thank you.
Hold on, before you go, do you know what you've just described, which is something that we've discussed on this platform severally? What you've just described is that Nigeria, and by extension the entirety of the African continent, what they need is strong institutions and not strong men. Because if they had strong institutions, then even Pantami will not even be anywhere near. It won't even be anywhere outside of a secured facility other than anywhere else if there was checks and balances. So really your narrative is to checks and balances, but I'm presuming on your behalf. I'll let you go now and invite you to come back, because I think I interrupted you too much and I might have frustrated your speech pattern a bit. But I'll invite you to come back and have more time. And I do tend to interrupt, by the way, if I feel that I want to labor a point.
You are one man went to more. Now we know you.
Yeah. So you are always welcome. Of course. I hope you are subscribed, by the way.
Long time ago now. In fact, notification channel yourself.
Well done. So you're invited to come back. Pressure of time. So we'll let Shift go. It was quite clear in his thoughts, and I did interrupt him quite a bit. We'll come to Ayo next. Ayo, you're up next.
Yes, thank you, and good job for all the great work you're doing. So I think we're being distracted by things that don't really make a difference at this point. we face an existential threat in Nigeria right now by the Fulani Caliphate. And we're here arguing about nuances, whether, some people are Biafran or not. The reality is when it comes down to where people want to go, there's going to be a referendum and everyone can decide where they want to go. Ultimately, anything will be better than remaining in the union, the current union that's called Nigeria, which it's pretty obvious to everyone. It's more like a Fulani Caliphate, so that's the ultimate goal. That should be what is at everyone's the forefront of everyone's mind. Your family, whether you're in Nigeria or you're in a foreign country, you have people back home. They are facing an existential threat. That country is collapsing. There are over 5,000 Fulani herdsmen that were brought in over the last 6 to 8 years from different countries in Africa to wage a jihad. And we're arguing about things that don't really matter. Down the road, they will, but we need to be focused. We need to be focused because the people you love, their lives are at stake. A lot of these are not even very smart people. They've told you what their intentions are. They show you every day what their plans are. And we're here arguing about silly stuff that doesn't matter. What do you think is going to happen in 6 months or in the next year or the next 2 years? The plan is very straightforward. I'm in Florida. I haven't been to Nigeria in over 12 years. And it's
there you go.
It's crystal
clear. Do you even have the right to speak on Nigeria anymore?
Of course I do.
You sound like an Englishman to me. You don't sound like an. Are you not your? Is your name really John, and you're adopting a Yoruba name of your friend from work or something?
Well, I'm not going to justify my existence to you.
No, I'm only joking anyway.
Okay,
I'm only joking.
Okay.
I'm sure you know that. Yeah, carry on.
So I'm so Yoruba, you would have no clue how Yoruba I am. And I say that not just because my name is I or anything. It's more of a spiritual connection I have with my people, even though I haven't been home in a long time. So I do take my hat off to the Biafrans. And I would say to you guys, do not hesitate to call yourself Biafran. The last guy who came on, he was hesitating to call himself Biafran. I'm like, why? What has Nigeria ever done for you? Those people have been so marginalized. They have been so victimized by.
Well, no. If it does, if it doesn't, hold on, Ayo. If he doesn't see himself as Biafran, then he doesn't. He proudly wears his ego being, but he's arguing that it's not especially convinced or captured by the Biafran narrative, which he feels has expired. So he's entitled to that position, and that's not to say he's ashamed of anything. That's just his own.
I'm not saying he's ashamed. I do feel, just based on his conversation, it sounded to me like he had some guilt by association, which is the last thing you want to do, especially with the homicidal fatalists that are in charge of the country. Why would you be ashamed of?
No. Hold on, Ayo. Hold on, Ayo.
I love what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. He's standing up for his people.
Hold on, Ayo. Hold on. He is proud of the collective, but he's not especially enamored by the appellation. So you have to be specific, because he was quite clear about his Igbo-ness, and he was quite clear about his origin, and he was quite clear about his passion. But he wasn't clear and he wasn't convinced of the Biafra appellation. Right, so he was quite specific.
Right, because you made him feel ashamed to.
No, he's not. Why are you saying he's ashamed when he did not?
No, that's the impression I got. You're ashamed.
No, you have no right to have that. No. You have no right to have that impression, because he did not put that out there. It seems as though you're trying to infuse what is not there into what the guy said. Because it was quite clear, it was confident and punchy in his pronouncements. There was no ambiguity in what he said. He said, this and this is for me, but that is not for me. Where is the shame in that?
All right. No, I'm not.
No, you make your point and let him be, because he's not here to defend himself.
And I wasn't coming at you. I was just saying that I
No, you're not coming at me, but you are trying to obfuscate.
As a Yoruba man, I've only gone through this for the last 6 months. So I can only imagine what it must feel like for an Igbo guy, someone who's been around for so long. I mean, I have, when I was in Nigeria, I interacted with, I had a lot of friends from everywhere. And I didn't understand the position of, you know, a lot of older Igbo people who when they would talk about Biafra, it didn't make any sense to me because I didn't understand it. And sometimes, you know, as people, we're selfish until we actually find ourselves in a position, we can't relate to someone else's pain. And I've only been going through this for 6 months. I can't imagine the kind of trauma that.
Why have you been going? Why have you been going through this for 6 months? Sorry, hold on. When the clamoring for Oduduwa Republic has been going on since Awolowo.
Right. Well, sure.
You've just joined the party. You've just joined the party.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have just joined the party, and the reason I joined the party is because it's very clear to me that the Fulani Caliphate poses an existential threat to my homeland and my territory and the people that I love. So yes.
Are you a Nigerian? Are you a Yoruba man?
The last 50 years, I don't know. But there wasn't, at least up until this point, it wasn't real for me. Now, it's been real for the Biafrans for the last 50 years, okay? They were marginalized. And the argument you were having with the guy about $20, that's maybe the money that was left. That wasn't the money that was left. They changed their currency after the war, specifically to push out the Biafrans. And they gave everyone, regardless of how wealthy they were, they gave everyone in Biafra land $20 in their bank account, regardless of whether they had millions beforehand. And if you're going to be on this kind of platform, you need to know the history, and it's so easy to.
Sorry, is your expectation full restitution to restore them to as they were? Is that what your? So what is your? I don't get what you're saying.
So the point is this: the point is, if there's a civil war, and the war ended, and both parties came to an agreement to end the war, then the war ends. You don't, because you have the upper hand, pull the rug from out of them. All the successful
how was that done? Ojuku got his house back. Ojuku got his house back in Ikoyi. Ojuku got his house back in Ikoyi.
Huh?
Ojuku got his house back in Ikoyi or Victoria Island, wherever it was.
We're talking about the common day Igbo guy. You know, we're not talking about Ojuku. We're talking about the common day Igbo guy. It doesn't matter how wealthy or how much money they had. They were only given 20 pounds at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Sorry I pushed you, but then of course I'm not sorry I pushed you because I do push on this channel. I'm sure you know if you've been.
I love what you're doing.
So please come back so I can push you even more because there's still a lot of stuff that you have said that I still want to interrogate a bit more. And absolutely. I think you're robust enough for the cut and trust of it. So no shrinking violet. That is Ayo. Ayo, please come back. I hope you are subscribed to the channel, by the way.
I am actually.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so hopefully we'll see you soon, probably tomorrow. The rest of this month we're gonna do it through. So that was Ayo, quite fixed in his views. I disagreed with some of them, of course, but some of them I do agree with, which is the usual thing with this going on. Professor Data and Isaac, you are members of the team, so you can just wait where you are. I go to Biafran Jeffro. Biafran Jeffro, you're up next. Unmute yourself and tell us where you stand in the conversation.
Oh my God, girls! Oh my God.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Hello. Maybe turn that movie down. Pause the movie you're watching. Just pause the movie. Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, my daughter, I've told her to. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
For Biafra, right? Maybe you go and do research. Biafra existed before Nigeria, hundreds of years before Nigeria. Do you know that West Africa before, part of West Africa was called Ethiopia?
Okay, hold on. Are Biafrans, are they descendants from Israel? Are they Israelites?
No. This another argument again.
No, I want to say where you are exactly in the spectrum, because you sound like a Biafran Egyptian angle.
No. Do you know we have Bite of Biafra?
Okay. We do.
Hold on. Before the Civil War, do you know we had Bite of Biafra? Before the Civil War.
It's also called It's also called the Bite of Bonny, so I do know.
No,
Carry on.
Bite of Biafra, Bite of Bonny, and Bite of Benin. Right? If you remember your geography very well.
Carry on.
Before the Civil War. It was named Bite of Bonny after the war by Gowon because he deleted Biafra from the map.
Okay, carry on.
English people first delete Biafra from map, but unfortunately, they did not delete the Bite. You get it? So coming to tell me that Biafra was formed in 1960, it's wrong. Someone advised Ojukwu that we were called Biafra before the Nigeria was amalgamated, that we were Biafrans. Ojukwu said, thank you. And he investigated and adopted it. That's where I'm coming in. You know, I told you, I have an apology for
sorry.
I'm a
Biafra.
I'm proud to be a Biafran. I don't want to be a Nigerian because I've gone.
Jeffo, you know that as a Biafran, you have the right to take your bags right now and move immediately to Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon, because the Bite of Biafra stretches all the way through.
Area. Yes, you are right.
So you are Gabonese, really. So you don't even have any business in Nigeria since you are from the
Our territory extends up to part of Warri.
So are you going to go and reclaim Equatorial Guinea and Gabon as well? Because that is part of your territory too.
No, the problem, I don't know if you watch documentaries. If you watch documentaries, you see that white people came to Africa and they disorganized us.
Okay.
Stay in
it sounds like you are running.
No, I'm not running. I'm telling you the truth. White people came to Africa and formed nation for us. We blacks, don't we have brain? Don't we have brain? We existed before them. Look at exactly what Fulani is doing today in Nigeria.
Okay, tell me. Two questions for you, Jeffo. Two questions. Tell me one, who a Biafran is and what that word actually means. So who is a Biafran? So we take the Igbos as Biafrans. Who else outside the Igbos are Biafrans?
Igbo means old people. Igbo means people who are old.
No. You say you are running again. When I say you are running, you say you are not running. Yeah, I said just go to the question quickly. Who is a... okay, go on.
To you. I said Biafra is a vast area that was found those days in Ethiopia. In West Africa, some part of West Africa was Ethiopia. If you go and watch the old map, all those maps that were not correct, that were done graphically with hand, you will see it there. You will see Biafra. You will see Ethiopia. Nigeria, part of Nigeria is West Africa, Nigeria, Equatorial was Biafra. Written there.
Okay.
Britain removed it from the map. But unfortunately, they did not remove the Bite. So the Bite kept on reminding people of the Biafra. Don't do your research, you see it. So
I'm not quite sure.
Hold on. Nnamdi Kanu told you that if your mom uses two wrapper,
yes. There you go.
That's our culture. You see, but Biafra is all that area, even Ambazonia, even Equatorial Guinea, even Finland, all of them were Biafra. Ethiopia.
You know Ethiopia is in East Africa, don't you? You do know that.
I say Ethiopia, Abyss, extended to West Africa. Go and check your map. Okay, what happened?
So they are hold on. Let's take it step by step. So you are saying the Ethiopian Empire subsumed West Africa, including the Igbo people. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So they conquered the Igbos. Okay, so the Yorubas then are Biafrans too then, by that logic.
Ethiopia. Then you have kingdoms inside.
Okay. I'm not sure if anybody is clear. No. Because you're not saying it clearly.
Westerner, when one should say Biafra, I don't know. They show body language.
No, forget body language. Let's talk facts. Nail it down.
Told you he's a Biafran, and you are doubting him.
Nobody is doubting him.
Hold on. Now you tell me that you are from Oshun. I'll say no.
No. Or you're laughing. Or you're laughing.
I'm not. You know, it's hypothesis. I said, you may say you are from Oshun. I'll say no. You have a Ibadan accent. Don't tell me lies. You are Ibadan. You get it?
But you are
Biafrans, the bite of Biafra.
Therefore, you are dancing palongo. You are dancing palongo. Don't dance palongo.
No.
Stand straight and pay attention. No dancing around. Who is a Biafran? Listen, no XYZ. No, don't start. No, hold on. Don't start from Adam and Eve. We already know Adam and Eve. You know, we already know all that. Who, outside of an Igbo person, is a Biafran? Who? So what other ethnicity? Yeah, okay.
Let me answer.
All right.
Who is an Israeli and who is a Palestine?
You see?
Answer me this.
You see, you are a footballer. You are better than you are better than Messi. You see how you are dribbling me around?
No, Maradona. No, Palestine. Do you know that Israel and Israel is a Palestine? Do you know this?
Okay, all right.
You know
I don't think we'll go anywhere.
Palestine in the known world is that's the then known world, Roman Empire and the Mediterranean. All that area is known as Palestine.
Yes, I know. Jesus Christ is a Palestinian. Jesus Christ is the Palestinian. I know the region, I know the history, but I'm talking about Igbo land.
Biafra is all the curve of that, the curve of Africa, all the community, all the tribes there are Biafrans.
So are you then championing? No, hold on. So we got with what you said. If you are saying that whole coastal area, which is the bait of Biafra, as you've put it, if you are saying all of that is Biafra, is the agitation that is going on then, is it taking all of that, or is it just taking just the ones within the Nigerian space? The Biafra country.
Do you know Ambassador joining us?
Forget Ambassador. Oh, you see, you are running. You're always running. Don't run.
We don't. If you want.
Okay. All right, Jeff. Give us your final thoughts. I don't think we'll land here.
Biafra is the former Eastern region.
Okay.
Before Midwestern region was created, because when Midwestern region was created, some portion of Biafra were included in Midwest.
Okay.
Do you know this or not?
No, I don't even know anything that you're saying, because I'm trying to nail you down on any point, and then you go dancing, strictly come dancing and doing obesity and whatnot.
No, Asaba is Igbo. Do you think Asaba belongs to who? To Edo?
Okay, are Edo people, are they Biafrans?
No, I said Biafra.
Claim territory for me. Okay, let's talk in land mass. Take land now. So the entirety of the African space, start from one geographical space and land on one geographical space and tell me which part of it is Biafra land. So which land do you control as Biafrans? Therefore, okay, all right. I think therefore now I didn't cut him off. I think he may well have some gremlins in the works. But I think we get Jeff's point. I think he made his point. I don't think I got it. But of course, I'm sure Isaac got it and he will explain to us later. We go to Professor Data O next. Professor Data O, it's been quite a session, so I don't know where you want to start.
Okay, this thing is simple. I want to start, I know you heard you say don't mention Genesis, Adam, and so on. But I want to tell you, this guy that spoke last really spoke.
Okay.
Now, let me give you the definition. It seems you're not accepting the definition of Biafra. The definition of Biafra is simple. All the people, Biafra agitation that's going on in this so-called zoological Republic of Nigeria has to do with the Biafrans within this enclave in Nigeria. It's very simple. Now, what is this enclave in particular? It has to do with the whole eastern region and parts that extended to where? Delta State, Edo State, and even your Ondo State. There's some Ijo people. Now, why is it so? Most of these groups, ethnic, Ibo means extension of Igbo. I don't know if you know that. Extension of Igbo. So all these groups within this area of space I've mentioned has to do with Biafra. Now, I want you to know, I hope you know the Roman Empire extended to Morocco in the olden days.
Yes.
So this is why I mentioned it is, even though you know why I mentioned that slave trade matter of Biafra is to tell you how old Biafra is. And that's why I laugh at Mike saying that Biafra didn't exist. And
we have to bring Mike back. We have to bring Mike back.
There's one thing in life. You see truth. Truth, it is too powerful. That's why I don't argue too much with people. Sometimes if you say I leave you, it's just like that is what Biafra constitutes. Now, there's something someone said on this show I like. Let's think of how to disintegrate this nation, Nigeria. It's a good idea. But the problem there is, will people be able to execute that very effectively? No. Another thing I want to say, the aspect of Mike saying German First World War, Germany, Second World War, they were defeated. Now, it's true Germany was defeated. What happened in the First World War? France subjected Germany to a type of payment similar to what France did to Haiti. In Second World War, even though Germany was defeated, did that stop whatever? Did it stop the Germans? The Germans stopped paying that payment, my dear. They stopped paying that I don't know if it's right. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I'm trying to come back, but I believe you're hearing me.
No, yeah, we hear you. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So, why I'm mentioning this is, Mike saying that they fought war, they signed this, that we were not legal to go and seek for that. That's not true. Nigeria has stopped existing. That one is clear. It expired in 2014. If Mike is really a spiritual.
Oh, that wasn't me. I think Professor Data O, I think you've gone offline for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that is. Well, Isaac, it's been a long one.
That is right. That is true.
Yes.
So actually, I'm going to reply back to Mike because I think all of us focus on Mike now. He did mention about issue of Biafra cannot go because they signed one kind of nonsense with Nigeria. So if somebody marries someone and the marriage is not working, where you can go, you can still dissolve the marriage and go on your separate ways. And however, the documentary was mentioning, there is no way I see Ojuku say that where I hand over Igbo land to Nigeria. What I aware of is that he said he is not fighting war with Nigeria any longer. That doesn't mean that he gave Biafra land or Igbo land to Nigeria. So I don't know. I think Mike is missing the point there. Maybe
we have to bring him back. Maybe
he needs to go and look at the documentary that he was mentioning very well. And on my own final note, I think Biafra can take their own country, Oduduwa as well. Then that, because like me, I put all my body, everything for Oduduwa nation right now. So that is my final point. So everybody can just go on their separate way and we'll be fine.
Okay, so that's Isaac. I mean, of course, everybody knows Isaac by now. The voice of reason is the one that really puts the common sense into the conversation. I mean, I just like to, shout a lot and make a lot of noise. But then, of course, the reasoning and logic will always come from Isaac. So Isaac, thank you. And hopefully, if you have the chance, we'll see you again tomorrow. So that's Isaac, a regular on the channel. We all know him. Professor Data, oh, you're back. You were making a point and then you just suddenly disappeared. So carry on. Unmute, unmute, unmute. No, you muted again. You've muted back. Unmute again.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
The point I was simply making is that a document was signed, yeah, in terms of war. When war normally goes on and normally it ends, there are things that are done to prevent such agitation in future. Okay, when the Germans were defeated in the Second World War, what happened? I learned America, even Britain, they provided real financial support for the build-up of Germany. And also, I'm sure they extended that to Japan. They didn't maltreat these people. That is something very significant the Nigerian nation failed to do. They did not do that. Again, as I'm saying, concerning Mike and the aspect of existence, Nigeria, he knows how it was formed by the wife of Lord Lugar. He knows that.
Was it Tracy Shaw or Adabius or something?
Yeah. Biafra existed before that. Even there are British documents indicating Biafra as a nation long ago. But for me, my aim, what I need now is this disintegration of this entity Nigeria. I know what the unity is.
You know what I'm going to do, Professor Datao? I'm going to find time to go and actually get myself a copy of that amalgamation document, because I'm sure it will be in some archives. So that'll be my assignment, just as you're talking. So carry on. Yeah.
So, me, as I said, I want Biafra's us leave, Uzodinma leave. Middle Belt, I think I don't know if this Kwara Fafi something nation, let them leave. Because the Fulanis are just feasting on the natural resources, the human resources of the South.
You know the most painful part of this. Sorry, I interrupt anyway. The most painful part of it. Do you know that the gold that they found in Zamfara State is more than the gold that built Ghana? But they are keeping it to themselves. That is not part of the national keiko. That is not part of the national keiko.
And the governor openly said it's their own. It is. I just don't. That's why it baffles me when people are saying one Nigeria. Before I was a one Nigeria entity, but I've looked at circumstances, my dear. It's not working. Me personally, I would have loved the country to be so, but when these things are not working, we have to go. We just have to go. The Fulanis are. If you know what, as I told you, Muslims, when they come to a place, they study the politics, they study the religion, then study the power. From there, they penetrate. See how they can dominate those entities. That is how they do. I served with a Yoruba Muslim, and I was surprised the day he told me it. I'm telling you the real truth. He told me this, a Yoruba Muslim. He told me this. I said, And there's something he did to me in my house. He wanted to do. I wouldn't like to say it on this show, but that's the day I knew how Muslims behave. They're not people, but I wish
it's a different mindset. I just try to be mindful and respectful of other people's religions, even religions that I find are antithetic to natural course of being. But I don't particularly care for, but everybody to their own. If that is your belief system, then that is your belief system. But don't try and impose it on me, because it is as far removed, from my own belief system as is possible. It's just a strange way of being. But Professor Datao, if you get Biafra Republic now, how will you and I continue to be friends? Will you not just sacrifice me to the Fulanis and say, I got my own Biafra, I don't know this man anymore?
There's something I believe in life. I attended a unity school, and that thing makes me, I can mix with anybody. I don't have a problem. And so I tell people, if I work with you and we don't work together, most likely you're the cause. I cannot throw anybody to their name. It's not good. Are we in war? It's unless if we're in war and I'm a soldier, I will do that. But when we're not in war, am I doing? And even if I'm in war, I won't even easily do it because life is very precious.
That must not let me.
Me seeing you today, you're important to me. In my primary school, I had my primary school in Enugu State. Then it was Anambra. Do you believe my primary school was one of the best there? We have a group. My set has a group. We have Yorubas, at least I know one Yoruba. And then all of us we are communicating well. He speaks Igbo very well. And there were other Yorubas too. Yes.
The open is
don't know what they're doing to this nation.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hold on.
So,
yeah, so carry on.
I believe in friendship. I keep telling people when I'm working, most of the interviews I've attended, they tell me, I tell them that
Professor Datao, before you go, somebody has been asking to come and I'm not sure if she wants to challenge or if she just wants to interrogate or agree with your comment, but she's asked to come back to come and address some of the things that you said. So I'm going to bring her on, and then you can have a conversation with her as part of the closing. So it's Meg. So Meg, off you go. Professor Datao is really.
Professor, please, there is something you said. I just want to clarify.
Okay.
We were talking about the Muslims. No. Yeah. See, we need to understand problems, where this problem is coming from. If we understand, if there's a general understanding of where this so-called invasion is coming from, then we will know, everybody there, because there's a saying that information is the gap. Now let me explain something to you.
Okay.
Presently, as we speak, history in the syllabus in Nigeria has been swept under the carpet. History as a subject.
I know.
Thank you very much. Now, I will tell you that while I was in school, we used to talk about the conquest of the North. They used to teach us about the conquest of the North. So, who was the warlord? It was Uthman Dan Fodio that was the warlord. In fact, those books then, those history books in primary four history book had the picture of that Uthman Dan Fodio.
Okay.
He's an Arab somebody like that. So what I'm saying, the Fulanis came into Nigeria to conquer the Hausas. They were not Nigerians. They are still not Nigerians. They came in, they conquered the Hausa. Now they even go about, with pride, saying it that they have conquered the North.
Okay.
And now they are going to conquer the whole of West Africa. They are going to conquer the whole of Nigeria and West Africa up to the shores. Where do we have shores in Nigeria? We don't have shores in the north. We have shores in Lagos, Lagos Apapa Port. We have Port Harcourt. We have everywhere that we have water.
Hold on, Meg. Let Professor Datao come in.
There's something you're saying I like. You're trying to bring about the origin of this conquer. And
yes.
Maybe you're trying to disassociate it with Islam.
Yes, I don't want you to see it like it is an Islamic agenda. No, it is not a problem of religion. No, it is a problem of Fulanization, a race. Fulanis are a particular race of people. They are coming to override other race. They are coming to override the Yoruba, the way they override the Hausa people. They are coming to override the Igbo people, the way they conquered the Hausa people. So that is the understanding I want you to have.
Okay.
That is the siege in Nigeria. Nigeria is under a siege. A particular set of people that they call Fulani people that come from the desert, they have entered Nigeria even before I was born. Because I remember Babangida said Boko Haram has been in existence for 40 years. True. So what are we saying?
Oh, okay. This conversation can go on and on, but then of course, you see the problem that these sessions usually have. Hold on, Meg, because I'm actually looking to round off now. The problem that this session has is that usually when I come, the first half an hour, I'm frustrated that people are not coming on. And then by the time people start coming on, is already, if you look at the time now, is 2.5 hours now well into. So we're now looking to round off, but of course, this is a conversation that has not even begun yet. So this is something that you guys will still have to debate. So you and Meg have to come back. So Meg, I'll just give you the window to just make just like a final remark, and then we'll let Professor Data O round off his remarks, and then I'll just round off the whole thing. So Meg.
God bless you, sir. Prof, we are all in a mess.
All
of us in Nigeria.
You don't need a prophet to tell me that word. You don't need a prophet.
I want you to know that it is not about the Igbos or the Yorubas or the Hausas or the Christians or the Muslims. No, it is about invasion from another country. Fulani people, they are in Aso Rock. They have come from another country, Niger, Chad. They have come to invade Nigeria. That is the problem we have.
Okay, thank you, Meg. Hopefully you come back again. So that's Meg. So Professor Data O, just finish your remarks so that I can get just close off the whole thing.
I like what he said, and that I still know, because initially I was saying this thing was an Islamization agenda, but later I came to find out it's a Fulanization agenda. But even though it's a Fulanization agenda, there is still a big element of Islamization.
Of course. The two go hand in hand.
Yeah. So, they go hand in hand. So, it's now left for all of us in this southern part of Nigeria to team up. These guys are dealt with us. To the extent when you leave the country, we're seen as I think if you Google Nigeria now, they say that Islam has 50% or so, while they're the minority. That's to show you how bad this thing has done. Now, a case of Nigeria is our leaders somehow supported their influx. Why I would say so is, I learned in history, and that is true, Ghana, Burkina Faso, this late Nkrumah advised Azikiwe. You see, these Islam people don't accept being a nation with them. Let them go on their own. But Azikiwe, maybe he did not see far then. What I'm saying it is, when you let them in, honestly, they cause havoc. So my closing remark is simple. Or whatever we're saying on this show, let us have an agenda. We have to kick these folks out. They have to be kicked out. And it's
yes, we have to, but how is the question? So we don't get it. Yeah, it's the how now that's where we are now, because where we are at the moment is just still carrying placard all over the place, shouting Mioniba and Nzobo and all this. So we're just shouting on the streets, and these people, they'll just continue to ignore you. So what do we then do next is really the next
what I feel
thing now done. That
there's a statement I like that says a drop of water makes an ocean. Even though they're doing this thing, we should forge ahead being resolute. I think we have to start first of all by driving out these Fulanis from our areas. Make our governors speak up. Now, I will have to say this thing, and sure, let me not say, but make our governors speak up. And be ready to, the main thing, we should be just ready to make sure we resist these individuals by all means. I believe if we were able to ensure the 2022 election doesn't take place, there will be a headway. It's not going to be easy, but everything lies in us.
But you said the thing is, it'll be very difficult for that election not to take place. If people don't participate, if enough people participate, which they will just declare a winner anyway, because of course they will say that the opportunity was given to you to vote and you did not. But Professor Data O, as ever, I know you have a lot more to say, but as you know how it goes now, it's the time really. So of course, I mean, I'm expecting you to come back now because you have become a regular voice that people look forward to in these sessions now. So if you are chanced in the future, then you, of course, come spend time with us. So that's Professor Data O. Is a gentleman, and he says his words in a civilized tone, but it's quite clear in what he wants. You know, he's saying that this whole thing has now come to an end, but how do we exit out of it is the question. And what Professor Data O is suggesting is that we converge together, all the people that have been repressed, because if we converge together, then we're a more potent strength in number, and then we're able to repel these people more effectively. Is essentially what I think he's trying to get across. But of course, I'm hopeful that he will come back again to expand more on that even more. So I'll just take a few comments from the comment section. I will not be able to read through all of it as I usually do, unfortunately, because of course our time as always. So we go to Ike Anake. One thing common with a lot of Nigerians, they say a lot about what they know nothing of. So I'm not quite sure. I think we can assume who is referencing, and it's probably, it's Arise, Arise, let Mike come back and embarrass himself. Well, Mike did not embarrass himself. He just has an opinion that is different from the one that is widely held. So he's entitled to his opinion. Ras Paye, this one man is amongst the people Nnamdi Kanu said they hide from their wives to listen to MKN's program. So I don't hide from anybody to listen to MKN. I listen to him a lot because, of course, you know, I do these interactions, and he's one of the trending voices within the Nigerian space. Amina Ngozi, that is an unusual combination of name, actually. Amina, then Ngozi, you'd never have thought. Amina Ngozi, nevertheless. Okay, one Nigeria for you, is all she said. Efosa, he says, Edo and Ogodomigodo was existing since the 12th century. So what are you talking about? So that is somebody that was trying to subsume the Edos into the Igbos. And of course, with Efosa, that's already an Edo name, and the fight back begins. Jennifer, Mike is well-learned person. He just tries to illustrate you what you people should do to get what you want, not by contradicting everyone. So that is somebody that aligns with Mike's thought process. Tears of God, tomorrow I shall debate Mike and he must have his video on me. I want to make sure that his shyless face is flushed with disgrace when I have finished teaching his useless torso. So I don't know where he's going with that. Sendam, nobody is saying one Nigeria now. I don't think many people have ever said one Nigeria. Lori Iro, one man. So Lori Iro Kenny is the question. Raspaye again, stupid, faded by. Okay, so it's just along those lines. Stew maker. So stew maker, so long as you have failed Fulani FG, the name Nigeria remain. So let me look for a name that's not yet come through. Stanky Clark. You people come up with funky names anyway. Stanky Clark is this person. So Stanky, Ijaw people, they are not part of your Biafra. So I did expect this because the Ijaws are very quick to say that they are not part of Biafra. So that is a conversation that we'll still have in the future. Who exactly is that composition that is Biafra? Is a question that I often ask. And as you saw, I don't know who I asked that question, and he was dancing around. and I was trying to nail him down, and he kept on dancing. But they do dance when you try and labor that point, and I will labor it again in another session. Amina comes back. She goes, at Jennifer, let Mike keep his lies for himself and not tell us Biafrans what we should do to get free from Nigeria. So that's her making her position clear. Let me come to this person who I have not yet mentioned. Afro Vines, my father is 95. How old is Nigeria? We all belong somewhere. So your father would still have come from the geographical space that has now been renamed Nigeria. So it's not so much in the name, but in the entity. So Abioani, Data O, God bless you. So Data O fan, so your fan club continues to grow, Professor Data O. Efosa comes back. Before the Ethiopian Empire existed, there was Biafra. You see, this is the thing. You see that Biafra narrative is one of the most, the funniest and most intriguing things. Some people will argue till Kingdom Come that Biafra is from Israel. Somebody even came and told me that they were migrants from Europe. I'm not sure if it was that I was saying that Biafrans are originally from Europe and they were kicked out of Europe for being too successful. Somebody will tell you that they're from Egypt. It's just the narrative is just mind-boggling. But then, of course, that is what makes it so interesting. So Goodman is a name that we have not yet landed on. Goodman, he goes to Stanky Clark. He says, I want Kile Pare, you only have one vote, so speak for yourself, not for Ijos. So this is a person now that is of the contrary view that the Ijos do indeed belong with the Igbos. Prince Emmanuel, I want to join to make a contribution. Well, Prince Emmanuel, the hyperlink was there. You just needed to have clicked on it. This is the thing. I beg, and then suddenly the whole room is filled with people to the point that people cannot come in. If I comes in, you are not a good moderator. You need to improve. Okay, I'll take that on advisement and I shall work on it. Simple Malam, it says you will never see a Fulani Christian. Well, I think there are Christians in Fulani land, so that is an absolute lie what you just said. Apex War, one man sent us the link. So I have sent the link. I'll put the link again for a quick comment from anyone that just wants to literally just introduce yourself, make a comment, and then promise to come back again. So I just leave that until I get through the readings of this, and of course I'll naturally just shut everything down. Amina from Sahara. So Elijah is a new name. Yes, so is what Elijah is saying. But yes, or to what is the question? We have Don Anthony. Queen Amina is Fulani. So Queen Amina of Zaria, of course, will be Fulani. Fulani is a minority. That is the question. But why do they then have, that is the truth, but why do they then have dominion over us? So Tears of God is this person. So Tears of God is this person. Meg, I love you. You are a different Yoruba. You are not actually Yoruba. The corrupted seed made tea serve the... Anyway, somebody that admires Meg, we all admire Meg, so there's plenty of us in that cusp. So Elijah comes back again. I am very happy to hear that woman speaking the truth. So that woman, I'm assuming, will be well, there were two women actually, so it could well be because you did not specify. So we've got Starman Alpha. So mute yourself for a moment whilst I just go through comments, and then I'll give you the chance to. Actually, we've now got people streaming in. We've got oh, okay. Let me take Starman Alpha. So Starman Alpha, off you go. I'll just take this then as a Starman Alpha. Just introduce, make a comment, and then promise to come back tomorrow because we're at the tail end of it now.
One
Starman.
man, yeah. One man,
Yeah.
hi. Yeah, I was
How you
trying to
doing?
get in earlier, but I couldn't see the link. I scrolled through the chat, but I couldn't see it. But yeah, I would like to ask you a question, but you said you want to round up, so it's going to lead to other things. But I'd like to ask you a question because you seem to be very resistant to any major change that will possibly even lead to the end of that space called Nigeria.
Why do you say that?
you say, oh yes, you're an Oduduwa man at heart, but you can't see all you see is just people running around with placard shouting Ngbati and Nzobu. You know, it's like you are so dismissive of.
Yeah, what is happening? What is happening differently from that? What is happening differently from people running around and just chanting?
Well, 7 years ago there wasn't people running around, and then instead with people shouting. From shouting, they started holding placards. From holding placards, now they are running around with microphones. Can you not see the progression?
No, but I think perhaps you may not have either heard me fully or understand me fully, and I'll take responsibility for that. So let me clarify. What I said is that we've been sounding noises and making noises for a good enough while now. So we now need now to evolve from that as phase of just chanting and making noise to then think what then happens next. So it's to evolve from that position is what I was calling for. I'm not quite sure if I put that across fully. So carry on.
To evolve. Okay, so you see, the thing is, some people are not ready for the struggle. They just want to see the end of the struggle. They think, okay, yeah.
Not everybody is militant, so that's fair. That's fair enough.
Well, if you're not militant, then why not stand aside for the militant ones to do what they need to do? And
is that not the case already?
While standing aside, don't criticize the militant ones.
So that doesn't. So if you're not militant, then you're not entitled to an opinion.
Look, if you're not militant,
no.
Okay, what is your solution for us getting out of this situation in Nigeria?
I might free to speak.
Well, the thing is, I've said it severally. The thing is, if there's sufficient enough of people that want this, then they will just take it. This is my position. If there's sufficient enough of people within Igbo land that want Biafra, I'm not saying Igbo land, but whatever it is that constitutes Biafra. So if there's sufficient enough of people that want that Biafra, they will just take it. If there's sufficient enough of people that want Oduduwa Republic, they will just take it. Have you ever heard of the Million Man March?
Yes.
Yes. So if 1 million people go on the street to say this is what we want, if 100,000, is Malam Buhari going to AK-47 down 1 million people in front of our public glare because he killed 10, 15 people in Lekki Toll Gate, and we're still circling around him now to bring him to justice? So if sufficient enough of people actually want these things, then of course it will just happen as a matter of course. So that's my position.
Are you saying not enough people want Nigeria to break up?
Not enough people are pushing with the sort of zeal and passion that would lead to its breakup. But as I said, we are pressed for time. So I'll give you the floor to just give us something that we can pick up from the next time you interact, and then we'll progress the conversation from there.
You see, the problem with Nigerians is they are so scared of war that they think if they keep trying to pretend that war is not coming, then war is not going to come. One thing people don't realize is that war and revolution don't care whether you're ready or not. They don't care about what you feel, whether you're afraid, whether when war is ready to come, war will come. It's not about you. It doesn't depend on you. It doesn't depend on what you do, whether you struggle for peace. Look at this Fulani headsmen that are invading Nigeria now. How many of them are on social media hearing all this our talk? Who is the person talking to them on our so-called behalf? Sheikh Gumi. Talking to them, telling them that the people killing them are Christian soldiers. The Christian soldiers in the Nigerian army. And you can't see this thing brewed. Oh, you really think that... See, Nigerians think that there's some peaceful way out of this situation. The other time on this show, I was trying to go back into history to make you realize that what's happening now is a great unpausing of what was going on in the Nigerian space 150 years ago before the British came in. Now, and you didn't let me finish. Now, the British, they left, albeit in presence. And now we're agitating for the true freedom we'll be fighting for since the amalgamation. And Britain would rather let the space burn. And they have their reasons.
No. Why do you keep saying Britain, my brother? Nigeria has to take ownership of its own space. You keep saying Britain. Britain, you decide your own destiny and let it play out as it plays out.
Wait.
Britain.
Wait. If we're talking about Fulanese, is Britain somehow not, separate, as in, who were the two groups of people that came together to create this space? Well, you think Britain has
who were the people that came together?
Anymore?
No, we've had this conversation already, Starman. Who were the people that came together that created the United States of America?
Who were the people that came together to create the United States?
Yes,
United States
I'm
of
asking
America
you.
was created by a group of British
Exactly.
expedition.
Exactly. Who created Canada?
Originally French, and then
France and Britain. France and Britain? Yes. Who created India?
India existed before Britain got there.
No, created India. It encompassed the entirety of Pakistan, Afghanistan, etc. But who created the India that we know now?
India existed. India had an identity before Britain got there. You see, this is the problem of us Nigerians.
Everybody had an identity. Look, my brother, you don't know what you're talking about. This is the thing. You try to sound intellectual, but you don't have the substance to back it up.
So because Britain created America, Canada, and India,
so why are they not crying that Britain all the time? Britain created India, if you want to understand. Igbo land had its own identity. Yoruba land had its own identity. So don't tell me India had an identity before the British came in. The Indian identity subsumed the entirety of that place to include Pakistan and Afghanistan, but Britain carved it up. So the India that we have today, they called it the Raj period then. If you go to Indian history, so what are you talking about?
Britain didn't carve up India.
Give it up, man. You need to work on facts before you
did not carve up India.
Okay,
Pakistan, when Britain was leaving India, the Muslims decided to have a country of their own. They realized, look, we're a minority in a Hindu country. We need our own country, and that's why.
Where were they pre the Raj period?
They were in India.
They were in India.
Yes, because India had been conquered by Muslims. India had been conquered by Muslims since the 10th, 11th century.
My brother, man.
I'm sorry,
you need to come correct when you come.
No, one man. I'm sorry. I mean, to be honest, I'm sorry. You're the one that's you're mistaken on this history. And
no,
also,
you conflate.
I asked you, what's the point?
What frustrates me. You conflate a lot of things. It's a potpourri with it's like selective reasoning and picking the bits that fit. And it's Britain. Britain created half the countries in this world, the whole of the Caribbean island, the population. Right? No. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but why are you fixated on Britain when other countries were also created? So it's a local problem that we have within the Nigerian space, and we have to identify it locally. So don't keep coming Britain all the time.
I asked you a question earlier. Has Britain's influence on the Nigerian space ceased today?
Has Britain's influence ceased on anywhere?
I asked you a question. Answer.
No. Has Britain's influence ceased anywhere? You know what they used to say? No. Do you know what they used to say?
Britain has influence in Nigeria.
No, they said the sun never sets on the British Empire. I'm sure you've heard of that phrase, that the sun never sets on the British Empire. You know what that means? When it is midnight somewhere that Britain controls, it is daybreak at the other end of the world, because they control. So don't keep saying as though Britain only ever had dominion over.
So because the sun is not supposed to set on the British Empire, they control Nigeria.
No, forget Nigeria, man. Nigeria is not a unique case. Nigeria is one of a mass of nations that were cobbled together by the United Kingdom, especially by England. So why do you always Britain all the time?
Britain's finger is still in Nigeria, Why are you suggesting we ignore Britain when we talk about
I'm
the
not
issue?
saying, I'm not, look, you can ignore Britain or not ignore Britain. That is entirely down to you. But if you feel that the central theme of the Nigerian malaise is Britain, then you're sorely mistaken. And that is the narrative. That is the narrative that you push every time you come on the session.
You see, one man, sometimes I think you lose perspective because
No, I think you're the one
I
that
only
is
mentioned Britain in the
dancing
context
with
of
the
history,
fairies.
and you saw red. You saw red and started going off.
No,
Why was Britain got to do with this?
No. What did you say?
I only mentioned Britain in the context of history.
No, because no. You mentioned Britain. No, you mentioned Britain in every interaction. That is the point. And you try and label, because the narrative, of course, that you are leading to is to say that the Britain, of course, gave the weight of the Nigerian state at inception to the Fulanis, which there's no argument about. And then you want to go on and say that the backing of that weight has been solely coming from Britain, which there's still an argument for. And you want to then say that the backing still maintains Britain sort of using the Fulanis to control the Nigerian space, but there's still an argument for that. But then that is an argument that subsists within a whole swathe of country. So it is not unique or peculiar to Nigeria, and we have to get past this British narrative and see how we progress the discussion. So this is the thing.
Look, let me. I mean, you to me, you sound like you're kind of resigned to the so-called myth of Britain. In my eyes, the sun is setting on the British Empire. The British Empire is this. See, one of they made a big mistake, albeit strategically, leaving the Eurozone. Now you can see them scrambling around, trying to set up another union with the so-called Anglosphere, the Kanzuk Union with Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. But then that's not even going to work because within Britain itself, there's internal divisions.
Yes,
Scotland
localize the arguments, localize the not the argument, but really the point to Nigeria as we seek to round off.
That myth of Britain is over. So there's nothing that excludes Britain from this discussion. Now, the reality
but
is,
it's not central to it.
We all saw the videos of them supplying the Nigerian army armored personnel vehicles. Where are they going to use those armored personnel vehicles? Is it? Well, you think all the weapons?
Sorry.
When we were fighting Boko Haram, we didn't know they had helicopters.
Repeat what you just said.
We saw the videos of armored personnel vehicles being landed in Lagos.
Right.
From the British warship. That we also saw the video while it was docking at Apapa. Mm-hmm. Who do you think those weapons are going to be used against? Before the rise of USS, did we know Nigerian army had helicopters?
Shall I tell you what was happening when those whatever it is that you said was being delivered, the armory? Shall I tell you what was happening when those armories were being delivered to Nigeria? A different set of armories from the United Kingdom was also being delivered to Saudi Arabia, to Ghana, to Sierra Leone, to every other country that seeks to buy. So what point are you making? Nigeria bought weaponry from the United Kingdom. So what?
So why didn't Nigeria buy these weapons since that they've been fighting Boko Haram? Why they've
always been. Where was there a time that Nigeria was not buying Britain since the formation of the country till date? When was there ever a time that Nigeria was not buying weaponry from Britain, United States, even the Soviet Union? In some instances, they're even buying from Dubai. In incarnations now, they're buying from the Israelis. So what is the point that you're making?
There was a weapons embargo against Nigeria during Jonathan's time.
Well, and that seems to have petered out because, of course, you recall that the Donald Trump regime waved the fiat and sold Nigeria $1 billion worth of fighter jets. So that is coming as well.
Those jets were supposed to have been delivered since, but they've been holding it back.
Right. So what's the point that you're making?
The only country giving Britain weapons now is Britain. The last time they bought weapons, they bought from one of those East European countries. I can't remember. It was a small.
They buy from China as well. So what is the point? Nigeria is buying weaponry. Nigerian army, Nigerian armed forces are buying weaponry. What else would they be doing other than that? from Britain and other countries. What point do you think you're making?
And okay, so all these weapons, we never see them using them against. When you see soldiers from the Boko Haram front, they're talking about weapons that they used during the Biafran War. They're talking about 1983 weapons that were bought during Shagari.
No, I can't let you get away with that. We do see them using those weapons against Boko Haram because we see the fighter. No, hold on. We see the fighter jets bombing Sambisa Forest virtually on a weekly basis. You see that?
Wait. The fighter jets bombing Sambisa Forest. Are you telling me those are the ones they bought from Trump?
Well, what does it matter where they bought it from? It's part of their armory.
Listen.
My brother,
I've researched the Nigerian armory. I've researched the Nigerian armory. I know every single weapon they've bought. Those fighter jets are Alpha jets. They are MiG-27s and 29s. Second generation jet fighters.
What is the
relics of the Biafran Civil War?
What is the point that you think you're making?
Nobody is selling the Nigerian army weapons anymore except Britain.
Okay, so?
Because Britain still has a vested interest in Nigeria. Did you not see the picture of the British High Commissioner rallying all the so-called stakeholders in so-called Nigeria, lecturing them about why Nigeria's unity must remain? I missed all this agitation.
Starman, I do enjoy my conversations with you. You're a very eloquent man, but what I struggle with is the substance of what you want to say. I think somebody wants to come in. I'm not going to let you go because I was just going to give you that window, but I'll ask you to mute yourself and bring Desono in. I was actually looking to round off, but you guys you make it interesting at the end. This is the problem we always have. Desono, you wanted maybe to chime into what Starman and I were discussing. Off you go. Introduce yourself and tell us where you are.
Yeah, my name is Desono. I'm from Ireland.
Okay, carry on.
Yes, I just want to comment on the issue of the weapons. I think there are 3 countries Nigeria actually buying a weapon from right now. I think the last one they got some armor tank. They got it from Ukraine, and also they got all the MiG-35 that Nigeria is using. They're from Russia, and also the Tucano bombers. Nigeria is expecting about 12 of them from the United States. They are still, I think those ones are currently going on, testing, which I think some of them will be coming within the next 1 or 2 months. And
yes,
also, the last one is from that's F-117 from Pakistan. Those are going to be delivered, shortly. So these are
thank
the
you.
countries.
Thank you, Deseno. You see what I was pushing Starman on, and Starman, please, you can come back and defend yourself, or not to defend because it's not a fight, but to put your point across. What I was pushing Starman on, but is that he was because he always comes with this Britain, and what he was saying, my understanding of what he was saying, is that Britain is selling Nigerians weapons and the Nigerian state weapons to persecute, not to prosecute, but to persecute the Biafran agitation. This is what I was getting from him. But my point is that, but my point is that, look, Britain can sell Nigeria weapons as they sell Saudi Arabia weapons, Ghana, etc. It is that to the state what they do with the weapons, and Nigeria is not just buying weapons from Britain. You're just giving us a list now. So I don't quite see how the point that is making is not redundant.
The only thing Nigeria got from Britain is armor tank.
There you go. So Starman, what exactly is your point?
Sorry, Desono, what weapons did you say Nigeria was buying from Pakistan? Sorry, I missed that.
That's the bomber. It's a joint manufacturing company between China and Pakistan. So Nigeria ordered for about 3 of them. I think recently, I think last year or so, they delivered about the trainer aircraft of those main delivery that Nigeria should be expecting maybe within next year or so. And also don't forget that Nigeria is still expecting some MiG-35, helicopter. That's like the Russian made one.
The Russian
MiG-35, yes.
Mi-35s, yeah.
Yeah, Mi-35 attack helicopter. Nigeria got some under Jonathan. And also
they have about
expecting more.
Yeah, sorry. So what point exactly are you making, Starman? Because you've confused me with science a little bit. So speak to me as though I was some 5-year-old and land that point.
Look, as a Biafran, yeah, with memories of the first Biafra. Well, I wasn't around then, but yes, through my
there you
parents,
go.
the memories persist. You can't tell me there you go. Through my parents.
Yeah, so yeah,
That
so
sort of
yeah,
thing is not something to be forgotten, even through
second hand,
generations.
second
Even through
hand
generations.
information.
No. So what? So Britain that hasn't forgotten Second World War, are you telling me they're saying
Carry
it's
on,
second-hand information?
carry
So what?
on,
Because I
carry
didn't
on.
live there,
Yeah,
then anything I'm saying
if I
doesn't
can
matter
come in
because
again,
it's second-hand information.
Hold on, Deneso, hold on, let him land because
Look, as a
I want him to
Biafran,
land on a point.
as a Biafran with collective memory of the first Biafran war and the role Britain played in that war that led to a genocide against my people, and considering the situation my people are in now with this contraption called Nigeria, it seems to me like history repeating itself when Britain is again supplying weapons to the Nigerian government suddenly.
And the Ukrainians and the Pakistan. No, hold on. Don't run away. This is the thing you do. But I'm going to nail you down now. Therefore, has just given us a list about 4 countries also that are supplying weapons. What do you say to that? Pakistan,
I didn't know
Ukraine.
I didn't know about Pakistan.
But everybody knows the Ukraine sell weapons.
Remember, I said Ukraine was the last country they bought weapons from. Yes,
right.
I didn't know about. I know Pakistan has military officers in Nigeria instructing the Nigerian military, but I didn't know they were selling helicopters.
So now you know. What do you say to that?
Now, Pakistan, I'm not surprised. I mean, I already knew they were offering Nigeria military help.
And Ukraine, are they anti-Biafra too in Ukraine?
Look, why do you always have this sarcastic flavor when you talk about
because I'm not. So who's that?
We are all over the whole place. We are all over the whole world.
I can hear a third voice.
The point is, I'm trying to
Sorry, who's speaking? Who's speaking?
Nelson
okay,
is the one speaking.
Yeah.
Now, I've been following. I've been listening to you for over an hour now. Okay. So there's a question you asked last time. Who is a Biafran, right?
Right.
Now, I'm a Biafran. Okay. I'm from Abia State.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a Biafran.
No, that doesn't answer the question, though.
Biafran. I'm trying to answer your question. You were asking before, who is a Biafran, right?
Yes, who is a Biafran?
Okay. A Biafrans are black Hebrews.
They are what?
Now, if they are black Hebrews.
Now, okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm going to.
We're back there again.
Tell him.
We're back there again. Eh?
Yeah, we are black Hebrews. I can tell. No,
of course you are.
We have proof. We have proof to that. I can prove that to you.
Is it the Torah? Did you bring the Torah with you when you were coming? Did you bring the Torah? Eh? Oh goodness me! You see, you guys come late. There is
a place in Anambra State. Let me educate you. Let me educate you a little bit.
Okay, go on then. I'm willing to learn.
In Anambra State called. There's a place in Anambra State called Eri.
Let me help you. The name is in the Bible, Abi. The name is in the Bible. The name of that place is in the Bible, Abi. Yeah.
Yes, it's in the Bible. Yeah.
Of course. We've been here before.
Sorry?
We've been here before. I can tell you of names of I can look for places in your state, Ekiti, Ado Ekiti, Ghana, Benin Republic, that the spelling of that name will be in the Bible.
Let me. When people hear the word Biafra, they always, when people hear about Biafra, they are always angry. And let me tell you, you cannot tell me. You cannot tell me about my race.
Nobody is angry about anything.
No, I am not angry. I am not angry. I'm trying to.
No, I am not angry either, but I cannot let you paint black as white when I know to the contrary. Yeah. What are you talking about, my brother? Who is a Biafran is the question you said you could answer. and they are now going to Israelite by way of the Torah.
And I
over
was
in,
answering it, and you cut me
are you
off.
part of Egypt?
I was
No,
answering
because
that question, and you never allowed me to to tell you who a
nail it
Biafran
down.
was. So
Okay, I'll keep
cut me
quiet, but
off.
nail it down.
You know,
Okay.
that's not how to do things. If you're trying
No, well,
to,
that is how I do things.
this is a no. That's not how to handle issues. You ask the question, and I'm trying to answer the question.
Okay, Nelson, land your point.
Across like you're attacking somebody with sarcasm.
No, I'm not attacking with sarcasm. When you say something that is fanciful and ludicrous, then of course the tone, even if it's involuntary, might come across as mocking. It's not intent on mocking, but ludicrous. Black Hebrews. Somebody told me the other day that on this same platform,
there are no black Hebrews in Ethiopia.
There are black Hebrews, but they're not Igbo people. Certainly not.
Nobody said they were Igbo people.
But that is what he was saying. That is what he was saying. He's now run away because I'm pressing him. Come back, Nelson, because I want to press you some more.
What's so hard to believe about having black Hebrews in West Africa?
No, Igbos are not black Hebrews.
No.
Certainly not.
I'm not saying Igbos are. I'm not saying Igbos are, but I'm asking: is it possible that there are black Hebrews in West Africa?
Explain that journey to me in the way that you are trying to flesh it out. So from the Middle East, pick it up from the Middle East and land it in Igbo land.
If you see a West African saying he's a Hebrew, is it something that sounds ridiculous to you?
By virtue of faith is a bit like saying he's a Christian, because of course you have to understand that Hebrew is a race as well as a form of a religion. So under what banner are we going?
But there's actually groups of Hebrews.
Sorry.
Not just in West Africa, but across Africa.
Finish what you're saying, because I think the Senator wants to come in, and we have Emmanuel as well, who hasn't spoken.
Hebrews, so there's actually Hebrew communities dotted across West Africa and East Africa.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, I remember once when they were rescuing them.
Sorry?
I remember once when the Israelis were actually rescuing some people that they considered to be Hebrews in some parts of Africa, but I suspect that might well be in East Africa. Certainly not in Anambra or Uma here.
If you knew your history, you will know that about 1,300 years ago.
Oh, there we go.
There was a huge Hebrew diaspora in North Africa.
Right.
Not just North Africa, and that's how they all got. There's a reason why there was a Hebrew diaspora across.
Hold on, let's hear from Emmanuel, because we've not heard from him at all, and then we hear from the Senator, and then I'll come and take your last remarks, and then we do it that way, because now we're just like pushing it for time, really. So Emmanuel, off you go.
Yeah, hi everybody. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm well.
I'm Ipob myself. I'm from Abia State. I just want to ask my Ipob brothers. I've been listening to you guys, and anytime they ask them a question, they're not able to answer the questions properly. They're all going by the doctrines of Mazi Kano that they can't answer properly. I remember you asked them.
Carry on. We're listening. Emmanuel. Okay, I think Emmanuel has a gremlin in the works. Deseno.
Yes.
I
think I just want to comment on the who is a Biafran. You know, in my estimation, I believe the Biafran is not really an identity, of people. It's just, an expanse of land within the territory of Nigeria, within the bite of Biafra. So what happened is this. The people who are agitated currently are one of the people who occupy the territory, and they happen to speak in the Igbo language. So when Ojukwu wanted to declare Biafra, somebody advised him, and they chose that name as a Biafra. So the Biafra territory actually comprises of Lagos, Ondo, Delta, Edo, and all of that. These are people that occupy Biafra. But the people who are agitating, who claim the name Biafra, are the Igbos, who happen to be in the 5 states of the eastern region. So if they want to, for example, declare a Biafran state, for example, they have to consult with the people of Edo Delta in order for them to be able to incorporate them into that. And those people have to be, have to agree with them. Otherwise, it will not be possible. But the core people who are using the name Biafra are the Igbo-speaking 5 states of the eastern region, together with.
So, like if we're agitating for Biafra, like in my opinion, it's
sorry,
good
who's
to
that?
give them
Who's that?
5
Is that
states.
Emmanuel?
Yes. Yeah, it's still Emmanuel here. So what I'm saying, like, like if we're still agitating, like, for Biafra.
Hold on, don't talk over each other. Yeah. Therefore, let Emmanuel go, and then so you make your remarks, Emmanuel. Then I'll go to Starman to get his remarks. Then I'll come back to you, therefore, for your closing remarks, and then we round it off with Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, make your remarks.
So in my opinion, I just think it's better if we're really agitating, like, for Biafran, it's got to be the 5 states in Igbo land, because the river state, like, people, some of them, like, do not actually believe in this Biafra stuff. The Jaws, the Cross Riverians, the Akwa Iboms do not actually, like, believe, like, some of them. So how is it gonna, like, work if we're telling some people that, oh, you are Biafran, and they're saying, no, we're not? It's just my opinion. I think it's better, like, just the Igbo race.
Yes, those people.
Because people, I see it is now.
Hold on, let therefore let.
No, we don't know, like, if.
Hold on, Emmanuel. Let the Senate come in.
Yeah, you see those people in Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, and even
like, we don't understand it, like, properly, or answer the questions well.
These people are part of the Biafra territory, but they are not the one agitating for Biafra. You understand? This is the confusion people are getting.
Are they then going to be taken by force? Is the question.
So that's the question. So that is why, if those who are agitating for Biafra, even though because I'm from Delta, all of us are in the Biafra territory. Yes, I agree.
Are you Biafran? The son?
No, but I'm in the Biafra territory. I am in the Biafra territory because the Bight of Biafra is all the way from Gabon all the way to the Bight, what's it called? Gulf of Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea and Cameroon, all the way.
Gulf of Guinea, all the way. Yeah, all the way. Those are Biafra territory. So, which means that there is parts of land occupied by various group of people who speak different languages. So, but within the Nigerian state, for example, Biafra consists of the Bight of Benin. You understand? So, if those who are occupying the Biafra territory within the Nigerian state, they have to come together and agree to form a Biafran state. But currently, the people who are agitating for Biafra among the people who occupy the territory are the Igbos who occupy the 5 states of the eastern region.
Before I bring another voice in, just to what you said, there's this agitation for referendum, but has the referendum even been done in Biafra to identify who wants to be Biafran or not? Emmanuel, can you answer?
That's the question.
So that's my question. You see, this is my question. Like, if you speak to an Edo man or some Edo people, or they will tell you, no, I'm not Biafran. The same applies to rivers or Cross River or Akwa Ibom. We need to first do, like, have a referendum in our own parts to make sure that all of us are or have the same mind or are, like, in agreement, like, to this, like, the Biafra struggle before going to UN or, like, even agitating. This is just my opinion.
Okay, I'll start taking closing remarks now because we are ridiculously into hours into this now. 3.5 hours, we're nearly into this conversation now, and it sounds as though it's just beginning. So I'll start off with a Starman to give us his parting remarks, and I'm sure we can look forward to seeing Starman again. You have to promise to come back, Starman, before I let you go. So Starman.
Yeah, I've listening to everybody on the panel. To be honest, Nigerians, we are suffering one giant identity crisis, from Biafra to Duduwa to Arewa. The only people in Nigeria that know who they are Fulani. Everybody else in Nigeria is lost. Desano, you said yourself that you're from Biafran territory, but you're not Biafran. I mean, come on, how? It doesn't add up.
That's my question.
That wasn't what he said, but he can answer for himself. You get a chance to come back at the Sano. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Carry on, Starman.
And some people, out of fear or laziness to agitate, are willing to do nothing. And by virtue of doing nothing, the Nigerian contraption will continue. Instead of rising up and agitating. Look, out of fear that there'll be war. Some people say, oh, we're better together. If we're a big country, we're harder to invade. We're a bigger economy. Look at your country now. You're being invaded, not even by an army, by a ragtag bunch of criminals. They are invading your country. Look at the economy. They are turning it into the 21st century Afghanistan. And some people, out of fear and laziness, are willing to just let this status quo continue. Look. And when I say Nigerians are suffering a giant crisis of identity crisis, I keep asking Nigerians, there's three words, nigger, N-I-G-G-A.
Oh no, come off it. Let's not go to that. Let's not go. Forget all that, man. Forget all that one.
N-I-G-G-E-R.
No.
Do you think there's a difference between these three words?
No, forget all that, Starman.
You see, let me come in. You see, when I said, I'm from Delta and I'm from Biafra territory, but I'm not a Biafran. What I mean by that is, I'm not agitating. To say I want to, leave Nigeria. But based on the current situation in Nigeria, every one of us have to start shoulder to shoulder, because it's very glaring and it's open to everybody. These people from the north, the Fulanis, they have put their card on the table for every one of us to see. It is left for us to make a decision and say, okay, we are not going to go for this. Every day and a day. So for me, I am not scared of war. Not at all. Because Nigeria as it is, if you keep Nigeria the way it is with the constitution that we are operating, for the next 200 years, Nigeria will still be the same. Nothing will change. Nothing will change whatsoever. And these people, they have no idea of how to manage a modern 21st century Nigeria with the economy. They can't do it. They don't have the skills. They don't have the ability. Nothing whatsoever. So handing Nigeria over to them to manage, we are just wasting our time. It is very glaring for everybody. They can't do it. And we need to stick together to make sure that we have to break up the country, or we get together and resolve it. We revert back to regionalism.
Okay.
Can I quickly chime in?
Chime in quickly, and then we'll finish it there.
Talking about war, some people think somehow, when I talk about war, people think I'm just scaremongering. Some people think somehow all this will resolve without a major conflict or outbreak of violence. After everything Fulani have done, and we're fast hurtling towards 2023, and after everything they've done, now they're about to hand over power to the South. Do you really think they will? And do you think? Ask any Fulani people that if they release power, do you think they will smell power in Nigeria again? Listen, these guys, they are ready to pour sand inside the gari.
Sorry to cut in. I will say this to you. This is my prediction. What's going to happen in Nigeria? You see, looking at Nigeria, looking at our history, with what the Fulani has done, according to what you just said, the Fulani are not going to do all of this and hand over power to anybody from the South. But I'll tell you, there are a lot of Nigerians who the Fulani trust that will manage Nigeria for another 8 years without Nigeria breaking up. And after 8 years, they will take the power back. If that option doesn't happen, then there will be a military coup that will take over the military coup in Nigeria. Between now and 2023.
We'll make that the last word, Deseno. But before I let you go, Deseno, like everyone else, I'll have to ask you to promise to come back, because of course, I think people want to hear a lot more from you, as they do. Starman, of course, you are living up to that name because, of course, your views always stand out. Of course, I think already you know that you and I are not often converging in thoughts, but nevertheless, I respect your opinion, and I'm always happy to hear them. So promise to come back as well as we seek to round off. So that is Starman. So that is Starman and Desano. So we've just gone to ridiculous hours now. This was meant to be a slow session. In fact, it was panning out to be a slow session, and I was thinking I'll just read out the 3 narrations that I had, because nobody was biting with the hyperlinks, because people are always shy first to come on. But then when they see somebody else on screen and they are disagreeing with their opinions, then quickly they are clicking on the link to come and set the record straight. So don't set the record straight, just come straight and set the agenda. So be quick to click on the hyperlink, then we're able to spend more time with these interactions, because a lot of people, I see from the comments, they say, I'm interrupting and I'm interrupting, but I do have to interrupt to keep it, 1, on message to the theme of the discussion, and 2, to manage the time of the interaction, and 3, to intercede where I feel that a point that needs to be pressed should be pressed. So that is why I interrupt, but then of course that is the presentation. I think you all know that by now. But of course, as I said, everybody's opinions are welcome, and of course I am just one opinion. A lot of what I say is silly, sometimes you people will think, but then of course some opinions that I hear too, I might not necessarily agree with, and that is the beauty of the thing. So converge again. This is something that is going to run for the rest of the month. The hours that we're running for the whole of this month, which is now coming to its end, it's 1:45 p.m. UK time and 10:30 p.m. UK time. So that's the schedule. So please make sure you mark it down and come and engage. Because sometimes I almost feel that I'm spiritually cajoling people to come, but then when they come in waves. But if you know the time already, they just come early, and then you can fully participate more in the thing. So you see this live streaming, because anybody that's been following this channel for any length of time, they'll be surprised to see my face, because I don't usually do like what I usually do is just like an audio recording, and then I just pop it up. But then I decided to experiment with this. So with this experimentation, the idea is to get the interaction. So it's the interaction really that makes it for me. So please come and interact with me so I don't feel too lonely. So we started the session off with Governor Hope Uzodinma. Of course, his country home was recently burnt down, and is threatening fire and brimstone as a result of that. And whenever Hope Uzodinma is threatening fire and brimstone, is only ever pointing it in one direction. The next narrative that we went to is the evergreen Pantami story. The Christian Association of Nigeria has come out to warn that these people hate anybody that is non-Muslim, which is of course a dog whistle to the Christians in Nigeria, to be mindful. And then we landed on the story of Tinubu, who is warning that there are strong forces wanting to break Nigeria's destiny, which of course we aligned that with his 2023 ambition. So we aligned that with that, and of course he's saying don't break up the country before I get my turn to take over the central bank and all that. So that was the opening salvo. But then of course, as ever, it is you guys that set really the tempo of the conversation, and the conversation usually deviates to where we are rounding it off here now, which is usually a round robin sort of like a which way Nigeria sort of a narration, which is where we have landed. And when we get to that territory, you hear the vast array of opinions on that space that we call Nigeria. So you see that the difficulty of Nigeria is just beyond, is far beyond just Fulanis and headsmen. They say for every 3 Nigerians, there are 4 opinions, and these sessions that we have is proof positive of that. And long may it continue, because of course it is the interactions and the discussions that will make us evolve then a better understanding of the way forward. But the conversation, of course, does not stop with this live streaming. No. this is just the opening salvo. The conversations usually carry on in the comment section. That is where the real engagement takes place, and you have full expression there. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.